Beard will be here and the usual suspects. I'll text Beard. I'll text Beard if you guys are still out by the time we're done. And yeah, I'll try. So we do have Baninja here and be on the Lucio. I'm like, I forgot. Oh yeah, doing Overwatch. What is this game? But anyway, we have the real squad already coming in full force. We have the real Callum, the real Dodge, the real Evan, and the Sig. I'm not sure if the Sig is part of the real squad, but it looks like the synergy between the real boys already taking down Diana as well as the Junkrat. I'm still even call them by the real names. Just the last part right there as Lone getting knocked around this time by Dodge. The Wrecking Ball just in the face of the Reinhardt. Here comes Evan once again with a lot of energy. Gonna push on in. There's a takedown from Redux. So with this team, lots of R's on their names. Tessig though with a takedown onto one. And I don't know whose account this is. Yeah, okay, that's what you have to deal with a Soldier 76 in to play. They're sleeping Baninja right now. Amping it up while he's asleep, but that's gonna be a takedown. Here comes the Bandsmer squad. Super 2 trade so far. Cyberbully versus Redux. Perfect pulse bomb there, sticking on to the hood of Diana. Dream Casper gets taken down as well by Emma thanks to the trap, I believe, there from Silver Kobold. Red team now gonna go for the push on in once again. Gonna chill for the chase down on the Dodge with the Wrecking Ball going at the speed of sound. Trying to get away from the Tracer. No more blinks available. And he's gonna get back into the spawn. But the red team all over the point trying to get the capture. But Ninja won't go for the contest. And there is the concession. Redux though with the kill onto his counterpart. And there we do have the mines onto the point. Drispa Junkertown gets taken down, and it's Nagi Tessic with the Nano Visor just holding that left click strong. What a player, what a god. Nano Boost though out in front onto Lone. The Reinhardt trying to go for the duel, but the shield is propped now by the Wrecking Ball. By Grenade instead to seal the deal as well. So the blue squad gonna get the point back as the cover goes down. Sana late kayo mag-start para mas may chance ako. We're staying until 10 daw. Okay, we'll see. Because people might have scrims and stuff today. Because the last week before Plus attack, so maybe people are gonna have more normal scrims. Oh, here comes the pile driver. There's the full pump. It's not gonna get any kills. Cyberbully though pushing on in. Soundbar in response there from Baninja. And we have a Graviton Surge here from the side of Dream Caspa. Lone capitalizes, gets the pin there onto Baninja. Callum now onto the point. Fire Grenade is there, and we have the mines into the middle part once again. Dodge is trying to delay the inevitable and is able to get the kill onto the Mercy. Guardian Angels onto one of their teammates. Not the wisest move. She could have gone for the super jump instead. The red squad though getting the point on back as Redux is gonna get the trap there from Silver Kobold. King 10. Okay, I'll try. I want to, but you know, I have not only a duty to the community slash, but it's also something I love doing in the first place. But we have the Riptide now for Silver Kobold. He's gonna pop it while he's on the side. Graviton Surge though from Emon. Riptide gets it. Redux though able to take down 2 before his death, perfectly sticking the pulse bomb at the end, just like Mighty Bond does. We have a pile driver now and Dodge bullying Silver Kobold. Good bubble there from Dream Casper to keep the Junkrat alive, but there's the whip shot onto the Junkrat. 85% right now here for the blue team, and Callum going for the Kobe play, looking for a target to 2 anti-heal before the start of the fight. Redux though pushing on in and dodging the backline. Gets rid of Cyberbully. A lot of energy though for the side of the red squad. Dream Caspa, a hope in the player, needs to get healed up. And go VJ Tato just keeping the beam onto the Zarya. Finally he gets taken down by Evan. Both Zaryas have been on maximum charge for all throughout this Mega Base fight, but Evan now getting the advantage. Cyberbully way too far to get to contest out. Cast from Mr. Kebab. The thing is, I can cast anywhere. The problem is, how do I stream? Unless Mr. Kebab has god tier internet. Honestly, if someone else was hosting this and there was no like delay from the stream, I can easily cast through Discord. Like back then, I had the XP Cup tournament, and our system was, since we were all from different countries, right? It was, we got a screen share from the host and we just casted through Discord. We had a voice call with screen share up and about, and it was honestly really good. The production value was absolutely solid. But anyway, we are now on the glitch map, and honestly guys, if you get Busan in your competitive, hope for the fact that you won't get this map in your rotation, because this still has not been patched. The Sombra glitch is still into play, and you can just get griefed like that and easily killed without any repercussions there for two opposite Sombra. The red team though, with the first pick off, gets testing already. I'm glad no one really does the glitch here. I'll probably, if I see anyone doing a glitch, I'll just like kick them from the game and then just invite them back. But for now, Redux with the pickup onto one. The red squad getting the initial capture. The Tracer gonna go for the flank. We have a recall, however, and Cyberbully just putting the pressure onto the opposite Tracer. Callum though being protected by Redux as a bodyguard system, buddy system between these two. Here comes Redux once again, but it's gonna be low now on the Roadhog. And Lone pretty good with those hooks. This time misses because they called him out on it. Two picks now going the way of the blue squad. They're gonna go for the push, and the bio-grenaded Roadhog has no way to protect himself in the face of all this damage. He gets taken down by Tessig. Oh, 2 kills going the way of Tessig so far. Redux with the kill as well, so the DPS doing work in this fight. What Sombra glitch? Please explain. Sige, I know there's like a spot here near the rocks or something. You can fall off the map in a sense, translocate down below, and since you're under the map, you can still shoot at the people because there is no collision from down there. You can still run around like the lower area of the map, but you can't get shot at. You can shoot and you can hack people, so it's really disrupting in the first place. Cyberboy though disrupting, testing for the time being. Sub Santo pops and you just wake up. Now the boost now is available by grenade. Oh, there's gonna be a Graviton Surge from the side of Dreamcast, but Testing though getting a headshot on the Cyberbully. The red team all over the point, but not actually capturing it thanks to the Graviton Surge there from Evan. Busan now connects on the Silver Kobold. Nana boost goes on, but the anti-heal was in effect, so Silver Kobold easily gets taken down. Dodge once again, ready with the mines, finding the red team, gets the point on back. The real bird. What kind of name is that? Does the blue team and the red team now get 3 kills each? Give me a sec, Rebirth. What kind of stupid ass name is that? We have a Transcendence though from the side of a Ninja trying to delay the inevitable, keeping Redux up, but honestly it was a little too late to protect the point. But Ninja trying to deal with the Winston in her face, but Silver Kobold able to get the takedown with the dive. 57% right now for the red team, but it's not gonna be enough in this contest. Dreamcast switching over to the Diva. So interesting to note that the red team has switched over from a Reinhardt Zarya to a dive composition. Vigilance though taking too much of a little nap, just thinking about the retirement home, instead gets pile drivered by a small little hamster. The mines now are available here for Dodge, while he's just rolling on around, looking at the stone statue, looking for an angle, honestly, to pop these mines in a chokehold. Silver Kobold though gets snipped by the Badger, and we have the nano boost, so the mines can do a lot more damage as well as the grappling hook. There you go, VJ Dato run on over the poor Mercy, just staying way too close to the ground. The blue squad keeping control of this. And what the blue team has been doing has been focusing on this fast and furious style with Callum, the Tracer of Redux, and Tessie with them kills. Redux honestly being such a disruptor in this fight. Post bomb is available, Callum getting another late start, and VJ Dato has fallen. The blue team on the push on in, and they're just trying to capitalize on the fact that they have these flankers. Good hook though from Lone. Can the red team get back onto the point? Because if they could lose this point, they're gonna lose this map. Self-destruct now is available. It's gonna be Lone though, falling to the hand of Evan with the whole hog. Self-destruct doesn't get any, and that's gonna be the blue squad taking the win 2-0. The real bird is fake bird. There's, I don't know, there's after bird, anti bird, something like that.
Play of the game.
Of the game. Oh, Cyberbully gets a Pochi. Good. Good. The headshots there onto the soldier was pretty good. But you can see, and yeah, then all your money goes away. I'll buy high grounds. High grounds is okay. Tali ako later, watch na muna ako, daming nare-review. Are you reviewing? Are you reviewing for school or something? But anyway, we are gonna be on Hollywood, and apparently, I learned something new today. I mean, the other day. Apparently, if I set static cams for a map, it saves forever. so I keep resetting them every game when I didn't need to duo. But Tessic and Vigilance already with the pick up onto 2. We have a Sombra here from the real birth. Let's call him Rebirth. And Vigilance is grounded, but Daddy will try to top him up. And here comes VJ Dato out in front. Ninja though with a takedown onto Lone. And the real creep's gonna go for the push on in once again. VJ Dato though being vaporized for the time being. Right click, come on out. Vigilance into the air. Tessic trying to channel her inner Genji hit scan. But Tessic now forced to back on out, and here comes Dream Casper putting some pressure on with the Tracer, goes for the Blink melee, doesn't really get much in that fight, and a Sarah onto the floor, some swings come on out, Graviton Surge this time from the blue side, and this is gonna keep the red team in chains. Lone though, gonna get Nana boosted up, is able to get the kill there onto Closure, the only kill going the way of the red team. Honestly, that was a pretty good big nerf from Lone to try and salvage something, because the Zenyatta will take a while to get back into the fight. So this is going to be a 6v5 here for the red team if they can cascade on in by Mr. Kebab. Yes, you should. Mr. Kebab is not a bad choice. Disrupt though onto the doorway. Gets absolutely nothing, but it's going to be Evan losing the barrier. EMP now for Lone's bubble. And it's going to be a Dragon Blade there from Tessic. Just going to whip it out. Gets the kill onto a Sarah. 1 kill, 2 kills there for the Genji. It's going to be the red team falling once again. The blue squad is on the advantage in this fight. They have been on the advantage since the first fight, but they haven't really been using their ultimates efficiently. They have been able to out-mechanical the red team's play for now. But the real question is, can they keep this up? Because most of the ults were blown in inefficient manners, to be honest. The Nano Blue is not really doing much. The Dragon Blade only getting 2 kills. And while it did lead to a successful hold, it might be the opening here for the red team, as the Sombra now gets called out, and it's gonna be the real bird dying in that fight. Vigilance though out in the air. What a sleep dart there from Kala! Vigilance just trips over a rocket. The blue team once again in control of this fight. The red squad should just try to maximize their ult economy in these succeeding. You guys fashion, keep it on your words sometimes. Dream Casper as well as Tessic just taking each other in the eye. Another boost now comes on out, and here comes Lone once again. The Winston trying to initiate something, and will try to shock out the Reinhardt at the heal, but it's not gonna get enough damage done. But Ninja once again out in front, Vigilance to the questionable Rocket Barrage, gets absolutely nothing as well. Pulse bomb now onto Callum, gets blown up in that fight. The red squad trying to get onto the point, but the blue team has held them off to the streets outside of Hollywood since the very start of this game. So blue team right now heavily in control of this, and this time they have 5 ultimates to work with within the last minute. On the other hand, the red squad barely has anything. They will get the Valkyrie, and they will have the Primal Rage, but the real question is, will it be enough? There's EMP right now, and it's gonna be Tessic popping their Dragon Blade, trying to get up into the skies. But the rooftop just not giving her enough vertical clearance to get on top. Use the Graviton Surge as well as a Transcendence, but Vigilance has already gotten 2 kills in that fight. VJ Dato trying to cut things off with the Mei. Closure in a bad spot, getting a rocket, getting some freeze, and Daddy with the kill. Valkyrie still available. Now Daddy will pop it. The red squad getting onto the point, and this is gonna be a blue team choke in this fight. They pushed on in with the grab as well as Transcendence, but they already lost 2 members. So not enough follow-up, and Real Bird now looking for a way to skulk onto the point. The red team will be able to still capture it.
Stop the payload.
That's what I'm saying. The red team just capitalizing on the more or less terrible ult usage here from the blue team. The blue team stronger mechanically so far in this game, but the red team using their ults better and forcing the blue team to use their ults. Force picks. Gilberto would pick up now onto one, and the 2 supports trying to get some damage done onto the right hand side. AJ Dato though putting some ice walls up, just trying to seal the Zarya away from the rest of the action. Nanobus now is available, and Callum as well as Tessic working together onto the left hand side. It's gonna be the Widowmaker getting 2 snipes in this fight already. So the real peeps in control of this. Vigilance just hiding, knows the Widowmaker out into play will be a struggle for her to deal with. But now it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade, and here comes VJ Dato with the Blizzard. The real question is, can VJ Dato stay alive? Because this Sword Art onto the Mei, he's taking a lot of damage. Emmondo Nano boosted up, there's the flash right to get the takedown. Vigilance now all the way in the backside, wants to go for a kill, but the tanks as well as the Zenyatta putting too much pressure onto the Pharah. Here comes Lijiang back into the fight once again, but has to deal with a rampaging Reinhardt in his face. Earth Shatter is available, but the Mei getting the right clicks on out. The Ice Spill sticking past the visor of the Reinhardt. Here comes the red team pushing on in. Closure closed off from all assistance. Here's the hack though, and the real Bert wants to go for the EMP. Instead, will take the 2 kills in this fight.
Beacon in place.
What's the best shawarma place in the Philippines? That is the real question. Turks? Turks is so meh. But Tessig now popping the Inversight and knows Dreamcasper is down below. The Tracer looking for a way to get on up without getting shot by the Widowmaker. But Tessig making that more or less impossible for the time being. 30 seconds remaining. Can the red team actually get the push on in? Rocket Barrage is available. Translocator isn't being shot. Okay, so honestly, Vigilance could have sealed the real Bird's fate there, but the red squad still able to get 2 kills. Closure once again going for the trans, but already lost 2 team members in this fight. We have the rapid surge, and it's gonna be another counterplay here from the red team. Same tactic here from the blue squad. He ends up getting wasted by the red team. So they already know that their combination of an EMP with the Transcendence as well as the the Graviton Surge always ending up in the favor of the attack. So the red team gonna go for the push on in. The real Bert wants to go for the contest, look for a pickoff, spots out Vigilance in the air, doesn't get the hack, and a sleep dart there from Ysera. Perfect timing from Diana, but no one there to get the kill, so the Translocate will be out and to play. Red team now trying to deal with the blue team's defense in this last part, but can they actually make it as the blue team ready with to make that 3 kills? Ysera onto the point still alongside VJ Dato. Daddy into the air, but the Mercy pretty much powerless to stop this. The Mei gets the ice block in time to go for the contest, and here comes the Mercy falling from grace, falling from the sky. The red team right now has to concede this, and that's gonna be the blue squad holding. Sayang sleep. Yeah, you need a follow-up to get a kill onto a Sombra like that. Or if your team spots out the Translocator, that's honestly the best way to get the kill. Uncle Mo's Bureau's Trimo. I don't know what the last 2 are, but there's an Uncle Mo's nearby my place, which is always a good place to get shawarma. Get some shawarma in. The perks of living like in freaking Maginhawa, dude. But anyway, so out. Anyway, the red team getting almost 2 points in this fight here in Hollywood, but the blue squad proving a little more superior in these fights. And now as we look at the luxurious Hollywood feels, look at that sweet low texture resolution, guys. Amazing, beautiful game, by the way. It's gonna be wait lang. Let me just fix up the microphone. It's gonna be the red team now on the defense, and they are gonna be running the Brigitte here for Dreamcasper. Pretty smart to try and deal with any close quarter engagements. They will have a Moira as well from Ysera, and it's gonna be a Mei from VJ Dato. So interesting thing to note, they can go for the wall place. They can easily go for the wall charge. They can also go for the shield bash in as the ice wall comes on out. Daks still coach a team. I casually coach a team. I'm not contracted to coach anyone, so yeah. But I coach / manage / sometimes play for MMK. But besides that, nothing really much. I just help the PH teams if they need assistance. Why, what's up, TCC? What have you guys been up to recently? If you want to join TCC, feel free to do so. As VJ Dato now out in front, puts up the ice wall. Here comes the blue team, however, going for the fire strike, and Eamon gets a sleep dart there on the Daddy. The Zarya getting pooped on out. Can the red team actually hold into this fight, as it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade? The red team now fighting in the streets of Hollywood, not the wisest thing, because it's gonna be Tessig getting perfect sidelights onto the red team, and VJ Dato and don't get punished for it. We still see some fight here from the red squad even after all those picks going the way of the attack. So the red team now finally backing on out. The closure though with a pick off onto Acera. There's the sleep dart. Bubble comes on out. Vigils though with a pick off onto one. The red team out in front of the corner. Here comes Lone once again holding up the Reinhardt shield with the real bird. Nana boosted up with the what do you call this? With the Deadeye as well. But the Dragon Strike comes on out there from Vigilance. And here comes the blue team onto the point with M1 out in front. The real bird once again with a takedown, but Daddy high energy and gives him a spanking. So the red team and the blue team getting that 1-for-1 trade in this fight. And the blue squad now forced to back on out. Tessig though gonna grapple onto the other side and we'll try to use the conveyor belt area to actually get some pickoffs in this fight. Coalescence as well as the capital surge from the red team. The Widowmaker in the backline is able to do enough damage for Closure to get the kill. But now Tessig is caught between a rock and a hard place, and that's gonna be the takedown onto the Widowmaker. Contenders trial map pool out, working hard on that. Dude, what is the map pool? Can you tell me? I am actually curious about the map pool this time. They did change up from Division. Hi Milsons! Look at all those emotes. If you want to join Milsons, there's always a slot for you, dude. But anyway, Dragon Strike and Blizzard are ready. Non-meta and non-attack and non-meta defense. I love it. Got to have it. I wonder what the map pool is then. Is it in the Open Division Discord? Dreamcast though getting the rally on now. They're gonna try to overrun the Reinhardt. Oh, the shield bash there onto the real Emon, and the Earth Shatter is cancelled. But here comes the Deadeye this time. Gets a lock on, but Dreamcast are able to put up the shield. VJ Data using the as cover so the red team can retreat. But Closure with a pick off onto Lone. Gravital Surge, perfect ice wall there, but the Brigitte cut off. Poor Dreamcasper gets taken down by a Hope and a Prayer. Two of them anti-healed now for the defense, and the real Emon just running over VJ Data in that fight. Coalescence this time coming out from Acera. The laser beams just doing their work, able to take down Tessig. Daddy, a lot of energy. We have a shatter though from the real Emon. It's just not gonna be enough. The real bird now out in front, gets taken out by Daddy. The Zarya putting everyone on his back and getting these kills. Americas. It's always Americas, dude. It's a new account. It's a new account for scrims. It's Dakscast 1656. But anyway, that fight, Daddy showing why he's called that namesake. In the meantime, Tessig switching over to the Pharah, and this has been to the blue team's surprise. They thought they could actually just outmuscle the red team in this fight, but the red team has been holding strong thanks to the efforts here from the Zarya, as well as all these microplays from the Brigitte and the Mei. Ice Wall now comes on out. Dragon Strike is gonna be there, and it's gonna be a grab at the surge this time from the side of Daddy. Transcendence in response, and Lone is caught out and gets taken down. The red team using many ultimates in that fight. There's a coalescence now from Acera, but the real Emhan with a pick off onto one. Tessig once again into the air, just trying to deal with the Moira. Bio Orb is into play. Biograss is getting the damage done, but the Moira now anti-heal, can't heal up in this fight. Tessig with the takedown. It's gonna be a Lucius switch here for the blue team. Can they get back onto the point as Lone just runs past the Pharah in that fight? A rally now here from Dreamcasper to keep him alive. The blue team though getting the clutch ultimates that they will need in this last effort push. There's the Dragon Strike though to start things off. The real bird cutting off the Reinhardt of Lone. Vigilance caught outside as well. Here's the Blizzard now, but no follow-up so far. Daddy has to come on in. The real Emon getting frozen out. The red squad back onto the point. Fire has already fallen in this fight, with Closure with the boop and the kill onto the Moira. The Zarya trying to go for the last ditch effort and has a lot of HP honestly to try and keep this up. First take now has been taken. Charge comes on out. Daddy close to the Graviton Surge but loses all his HP. So that's gonna be the blue squad getting a second take. There's the shatter now from Lone trying to turn things around, but Ninja with the takedown. And at the last moment, the blue team able to get the attack, the first point in that fight. Ilios, Nepal, Eichenwald, Hollywood, Hanamura, Volskaya, Rialto, Dorado. Oh, so there's okay. So what I see is they took out the most picked maps of Open Division except Rialto. So it was always Lijiang picked first over Nepal. It was always King's Row over Eichenwald and Hollywood. Hanamura and Volskaya, okay, they just want to get the other two CP maps out. And Rialto and Dorado, I see that we might see Rialto play still a little more. Oh, the Barrage though, and Graviton Surges come on out. Coalescence is there. 2 kills going the way of the blue team so far. They're winning out in this ultimate fight. And they get the Dragon out as well, so the real Emma now out in front, tossing out the Fire Strike. Shatter is available, but he'll stay his hand in that fight. So actually, just watch a replay because I was reading something there from the chat. But just this fight. So there's the 2 Graviton Surges coming on out. Tessig popped the Rocket Barrage at the start. So the blue team getting more damage in terms of the ultimates they were using. The Coalescence is pretty powerful, but it's nothing compared to something like the Rocket Barrage in terms of damage potential. So the blue squad now going for the push. We have a rally though from Dreamcasper. Shatter onto the 2. And here comes the charge. Now the Brigitte caught along for a ride. Gets taken down. Counter charge there from Lone. And Lone still gets a Pharah for some reason. Pharah way too close to the ground. But this might be it. The blue team close to the end. The red squad way too far. Can Acera get the fade jump onto the point? There you go. Bio Orb is out. But an anti-heal in response from Callum. PJ Data this time as well as Dreamcasper onto the point. The Tracer and the May, good delayers. Can they actually make this count? Ice Wall. Oh, the Earth Shatter gets knocked up by a little by the May. Honestly, a small little chemistry play there from the red team not working out in their favor. Vigilance though with a headshot onto 1. Daddy still onto the point. The Widowmaker trying to get the pick off or 2, but it's too late. The blue team will take the win. No, it's okay. You're not distracting me. I asked for it, and then it just happened that there was a clash.
Play of the game.
Fire with no mercy, bold choice. I mean, with they call this Ana back into the meta. I've been seeing situations that Zen Mercy is enough for a Pharah. I mean, it's still a little better to have your Mercy. It's always been the meta since season 1, but yeah, it's not too surprising anymore. Let's go into the game though. What is happening though? Tangin ng mga to. Hey, it's in a situation like that, it's you versus them. And you guys deserve to be on top with the play. So congrats on the 2nd place. Honestly, in the open division for the Pacific region, everyone was rooting for PKR in terms of NYXL favoritism. But for now, the red squad just also proving the blue team wrong. The red team was a little scared that the blue team stacking on up with their names, but they have gotten the first push already, and that's gonna be the first corner taken as well as the plaza. Have you casted capture the flag before? I mean cancel the flag. No one has wanted a capture the flag tournament before, so that's a no. But CTF is where I top 500 and the shit out of it, so it's still my favorite game mode. The red team now getting the first capture, and I haven't been talking about the game at all. The red team though, you can do it, Miss US West. Give me a sec. This cast is so ruined right now. Wait. Let's talk about the game real quick. So what's been happening? The red team has been pushing on in with superior firepower. Honestly, the blue team did not expect this to come out from the red squad, and look at them already at the corner. We have the real bird going for the blizzard to try to turn things around. Charge on out, but Rainby gets frozen. Apparently, when you put water in a cold situation, it turns into ice. I didn't know that at all. Gonna be the real bird putting up the ice wall as well. Milsons, however, going for the flank, tries to get the hook on out, but the May gets the freeze. It's not gonna be enough though to get the kill onto the Roadhog. Cool Hog now is available, and the real bird in dire straits. The May put to a corner. Will Milsons get the kill? They're gonna go down below. Milsons misses the hook. There's 1v1 between the two. Rainby now trying to go for the kill, but the Roadhog leaves. What is this clown fiesta between the May, the Roadhog, and the Ana? That was... I miss John Galt as co-caster. Low-key bestie casting duo. Who? John and whoever he's paired with. Dude, I love John. He casted a few in open division, but he had something for some of the clutch games, so he couldn't make it to all of them. Grab the surge this time. Callum whipping it out, tossing it up on top. Nano boost now onto Super Kobold, and we're back into the game. So it's gonna be Redux though, priming the bow and arrow, getting the storm arrows on out. Redux though with the pick off onto the May. Milsons gets the hook, and there's the takedown onto Evan. Callum out in front, getting healed up by the Ana, but Tessig with the pick off onto Practice, just getting rid of the backline advantage the red team has been using in this fight. Good sight lines here on Rialto. Dragon Strike this time, consuming the ground. Callum gets unhooked them up, but Nano Boost just doing work in this fight. Vigilance gets sniped on up, and Tessig once again showing her prowess with the sharpshooter. 2 kills going the way of the blue team so far, finally getting the alleyway defense. But for the blue team, this isn't really somewhere they want to defend too much, because the sidelines here for the Widowmaker not gonna work out in their favor. Wilson's though, whipping out the whole hog, almost gets to kill onto one. Blitz does get to kill onto Ninja rather, but it's gonna blue squad holding on to the corner. And what the blue team is doing, oh, a good set shot there from practice. What the blue team is doing, this makes their close range defense a lot stronger in this narrow straight, but at the same time, honestly, testing should switch on out to something like a Junkrat or a McCree instead in this fight. Practice though gonna go for the push on, and the Widowmakers going for the duel. Introsight though has been popped from the red teams in this fight. And the Real Bird with a pick off on Suwan. Here comes the Reinhardt out in front. Some snipes come on out. Nano Boost as well as a Fire Grenade this time for the blue team should be out in the bat. But Ninja gets sniped up by Practice. The Widowmaker tried to deal with the Mei this time. And the Red Squad finally getting the push they want onto the point. Can they actually make it? Oh, Ice Wall there from the Real Bird perfectly in time. Gravity Surge to completely whiff. The Blizzard getting Culture stuck into the middle. And the Gravity Surge finally getting one. But the Red Squad turning things around. Dragon Strike comes on out. Nano Boost this time from Callum. The blue team gets 2 kills in this fight. Rainby with the Brigitte gets the stun, gets the whip shot onto the Zarya. Nano boosted in that fight. The Real Bird though onto the point. And here comes the Whole Hog once again from Wilson's trying to go for the spawn cap. And it's Tessic with the headshot. Tessic now gets 2 in this fight. Coalescence from Dream Caspa to try and keep everyone alive. As I almost die of Ebola or something, as the blue team goes for the push once again. Daks casting Alwen. Honestly, I wouldn't know. Like, if Blizzard likes me enough, maybe something Contenders Pacific, I'd love to work with Sila Avril or Pixie. But it all depends on what Blizzard has in store for me. I mean, yeah, we did Open Division, which was a hell of fun. But if we move on to something bigger, it'll be still different. Nano Boost is gonna be into play here for Ninja. No, it won't. Practice with the shot. I keep saying Nano Boost when I keep meaning Fire Grenade. As the rally comes on out, Rainby alleviating push, and we'll go for the rally play. Just holding that left click this time. The Zarya out in front. The real Callum trying to stay alive in this fight. Gravity Surge is available, and the blue team just delaying this so much with the way is the Zarya. Dragon Strike though from Redux to cut it up. And there's the Blizzard now from the Mei. He'll fall, and that's gonna be the red team getting the capture. Okay, the thing about this game is, I know I haven't been casting well in this game because of 2 things. 1, I got way too distracted, and 2, the names have actually gotten to me. The fact is, I now end up reading their names, and I'm just like, but this is Rebirth, this is Callum, and this is Emon, and I should just try to stick with what I know. In the meantime, Callum switching over to the Roadhog, goes for the hook, but the shield from Culture keeping it up. Shatter! Oh, Culture puts down the shield at the last moment, so the blue team getting 2, and it's gonna be 2 more. 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. Quick mats. But Tessing there with a pick off onto Redux as well, so 5 kills going the way of the blue team, and it's gonna be Vigilance just hiding. Honestly, this Rialto game has been very, very messy for both sides. Finally, the blue team getting the... What's happening to Culture? You guys see that? Culture was just glitching around. Shatter is available, so the red team can go for the slow march to get to the payload. 2 Reinhardts though going for a duel, and Tessig once again getting the opening she needs to get the pick off on the Vigilance. Dragon Strike this time to try and consume Redux stuck inside, and that's gonna be the blue team with another successful hold. The Red Squad though with 3 ultimates, and they can go for the rally push. What they might do in this fight is go with the rally, get the Earth Shatter or not. So Stun Shatter is the name of the game. The Brigitte and the Reinhardt can work together to get this right. 35 seconds however, and it's gonna be a full hug now from Callum, trying to push away the Reinhardt. Shatter this time gets cancelled out honestly by the efforts of the Roadhog. So lots of lagging, so that's why this game has been really messy. Like, everyone has been lagging for some reason. The blue team though with 2 pickoffs for the time being, and Tessig once again showing her prowess with the Widowmaker. They're gonna go for the push on in. Nilsson's with the Baby Diva, gets staggered and gets taken down. The Red Squad has to go for the last ditch effort play, and it's gonna be practiced now onto the Tracer. We'll use the first blink to actually get behind Callum, and the Roadhog now being an ult battery for the Tracer, but the overtime Wicker slowly dwindling. They need to go for the contest. Can they actually make it? Culture with the charge gets taken down by the Nano boosted Reinhardt. Fire Strike just ultra powerful in this fight. Nilsson still dropping one down, goes for a pick up onto the the Reinhardt, but Practice with 2 in the backline. The Tracer getting the kills. Dreamcaster holding the right click strong and will be able to get not only the Tracer, but gets the DMEC where all to Milsons. Here comes the Mercy, however, Vigilance going for the res, will just die in that fight. Raimi now switching over to the Lunar to try and go for the contest, gets a shot instead from the Widowmaker, and Lisa coalesces now from Drees Casper. The Mortar just whittling down the Hanzo and the Reinhardt's defenses. Culture caught out, gets 12, and it's gonna be a successful defense here for the blue team. So Vigilance needs a sub, everyone needs a sub today, guys.
0 to 2. Switching sides.
Yeah, so give me a sec. We need to sub out Vigilance once in for VG. Because Overwatch bad game. That's kind of sad to hear, dude. Who in the spec? Who? Okay, let's put in 10 for VG. Good round. That was no, that was not a good round. That was a clown fiesta. Honestly, the only good part of this map was this first part, because the red team absolutely dominant. By the second and the third checkpoint, it just became such a mess. The red team couldn't actually get a proper attack because of 2 things: the Mei and the Zarya, and they just weren't getting the kills fast enough onto those 2 players. They tried to go for the spawn camp, but whenever they went for the spawn camp here onto the other 4, the Zarya and the Mei just able to get the kills onto the point. Some fiesta. Also, the fact is, pauses still do take effect. Take an effect rather onto your momentum, and sometimes just disconnects, turning things around. Rainby, what the fuck? Okay, you guys saw that, right? So the stairs aren't real and Rainy pays the price for it. That was absolutely unfortunate. But anyway, we do have the Orisa defense here from JT. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they just defend the bridge. I actually like this strategy. This is a very risky strategy, and it's very open to a flank from the right hand side. But it's one of my more preferred strategies there. But Sessig already taking down 2. As I tried to explain it, the Widowmaker already showing the weakness of that strat. Tessig with 3, getting the initial kills, popping off, popping heads. And the blue squad already all over the plaza with the dive comp. With control of the plaza with the dive comp, they're just gonna have an easy time to steamroll onto the first checkpoint. And as I was saying about that defense, so with the Orisa out in front there, they can go for the hold, environmental kills, Fire Mercy usually. You can try to get the concussive group as well. But Practice now with a stun there onto M1 and with the kill as well onto the Diva. Redux getting a kill back onto Tessig, turning the advantage around onto the side of the red team this time. Look at that, Redux with 2 kills. Every time I check the stream, someone getting sub. Oh no. Are you the curse in this one? But Dreamcasper now with the pickoff onto the overextending Wrecking Ball. The Moira trying to get as much damage as they can. It's gonna be Rady though, caught out in a bad spot. Lady putting up the shield at the last moment, so the Winston gets the save onto the Genji. And the Red Squad's backline able to deal with the oncoming blue team. Next time the caster also gets sub. You should cast it with TCC. Datino jumping up on top. We have a pile driver now from Milsons. The red team gonna go for the push. And then he's gonna go for the shock. It's a good Dragon Blade though from the side of Rainmeat. Just trying to cut apart the oncoming blue team. But Ninja gets caught on the mines there. And Milsons with the kill onto 2. Good play there from the Wrecking Ball, taking advantage of the fact that the bridge has these environmental areas to allow the Wrecking Ball to get the insta-kill with Boop. So the red squad right now gonna go for the push on in once again. They have the rally available so they can use it into the next fight. A rally now being popped and Practice out in front. Nelson's going for the bowl and will go for the pile driver into the middle. It will be 3 into the air, but the hamster now getting picked off by the spider. So the blue team now gonna go for the push on in to this corner. Can they actually make this count in this fight? As here comes the primary rage from the Uriel Kalam. Self-destruct out in top. And long Practice protecting Culture with the small shield. Good play there from the Brigitte. And now dealing in front of the Hanzo. Practice though losing the shield. Gets whittled down by the pistol of the Mercy. It looks like The Pink Mercy getting the takedown in that one, but Ninja, being the combat Mercy that she is, gets through in this fight. We have a Primal Rage though from the side of Lady, so the red team will have a small time window before the Primal Rage will lose its effect. There you go, the real Evan with the takedown now onto the Winston. Wrecking Ball feeding ult again, Kappa Pride, but you also get so much ult back. The mines are available now. Milson's gonna pop it into the corner. Shields are up, and when you have the shields, you don't actually feed any ult charge. Coalescence this time from the Dream Casper. Gonna use it to actually do a little mine sweeping. So the blue squad easily countering out the ultimate there from the Hamtaro. A counter ultimate here from Culture. The Coalescence now out into play. The red squad though all over the point this time, trying to keep the payload from the first checkpoint. There's the fade now, but it won't be enough. The blue team all over it already. Here comes Missiles once again. He literally goes past the payload and gives it up. Unfortunate there from the hamster, and you can't do that. You can't do that.
Loaded.
I definitely can't cast. Are you? Oh yeah, are we G to do the one tomorrow? I forgot to tell Kala. I'll probably message him later. Raimi though ready with the Dragon Blade. Yeah, anyone can cast, dude. Anyone can cast, and for chill things, it's okay for anyone to cast. It really depends on what kind of game, what kind of priority you're casting. Like, you wouldn't want amateur casters for tournaments, but for stuff like this, scrims, just for fun, you can have so many different casting styles. I honestly feel like such a stickler sometimes for taking these things a little too seriously. That's why I'm just more chill in these scrims. But here comes the Dragon Blade now. Raimi tried to unleash his inner Super Saiyan, but he's gonna get a shock on out. And Callum going for the chase down. Dainty though all the way in the backline, getting vaporized there by the Dream Casper. The blue team will use the Coalescence and the momentum being done by the Mora. So the blue team now all over the corner this time, trying to deal with the Reinhardt, but it's Milson's rampaging with the hammer this time. So the red team holding so steadfast for the time being, but they're under a lot of the rest there. The real Evan with the kill onto two. Good dive from the blue squad. Let me join next game. Okay.
By your side.
Mod. Oh no, mod. You want to be modded? Or are you gonna be my first overseas mod? Sige, okay lang actually. Problem is you don't understand Filipino. How are you gonna ban people who trash talk in Filipino? So self-destruct there doesn't get much. The bubble though out into play. Dragon Strike to the corner, and Culture gets eaten up by the doorway. So the blue squad now with 3 kills. Callum going into the backline, fast practice, causing some chaos, and the Brigitte honestly can out-heal all the damage from the Winston. But that extra damage from the Widowmaker as well as the melee strikes from the Hanzo, that's not enough for the heal from the Brigitte to stay alive. And I miss what the fuck bugs. We're gonna do tomorrow. Like, if it pushes through, I'm gonna cast it tomorrow. Yeah, I'll have a switch over, and it's gonna be Rainy now. Moving on to the Doomfist. We actually, me and Yuri's there casted the last 2 weeks ago, and he's a Primal Rage now. Here comes Callum out in front. Practice though with 2 kills. Zarya though ready with the Graviton Surge, and the red team going for the push on him as Callum all the way in the backline causing some chaos, forcing Redux to just hop around. But the red squad getting a successful hold in this fight. Looking at their lineup, very powerful for this last corner. They have the Reinhardt Zarya with their ultimates ready. They have a Brigitte as well, and with this Doomfist pick from Rainme, just the tight nature of this corner rather, very strong to get those insta kills. But Raimi whipping the Rot Punch, forced to use the Meteor Strike now to get on out. Where will he land? Onto the bubble, gets absolutely nothing and gets taken down instead. Dragon Strike though into the middle. Here comes the Shatter now from the Reinhardt. Milson goes for the charge, Graviton Surge to get the 2 tanks. The M1 with a little late defense matrix that isn't able to eat it up like Pac-Man, but it's a Nano Boost now onto the Diva. Good play there from Baninja. The chemistry between M1 and Baninja so solid between those two. Milson's though with the charge gets the Diva hacked on up, and it's gonna be a self-destruct this time from M1. Will he get a kill or 2? No, he won't. Gets his rising spam instead. Doesn't get taken down. The real Bert in the backline gets a headshot instead from the Widow, and now Rainme has fallen. It's gonna be Practice going for the contest. Can the Tracer keep this up in this fight? It's gonna be Dainty now on the Wrecking Ball instead, pile driving his way to a contest hold. Testing really low, has to hop on the way because still the Wrecking Ball. A hit scan hero. The payload though moving on in. Will they actually leave it? Deity has to stay on this. Culture now onto the payload as Callum with the pickoff onto the Tracer. There's a Kobe from the Ana, but it's not gonna get much except the side of the payload. Rainy going for the punch, finally gets the kill onto Callum. Emendo just being such a hamper in this fight. Sleep Guard connecting onto the Reinhardt, and it's gonna be Rainy up into the sky once again. He's gonna make it rain. He's gonna land onto Ninja, and the poor Granny gets taken down by the Fire Strike in the end. A 1-for-1 trade so far, and the blue team isn't out of this yet, but this elongated fight is not working out in their favor. Till the real bird gets a flank, gets two in that fight. Good, here's the dive now from Callum, and self-destructs here from Emmon to go for the fireworks. Tessing gets a snipe onto Deity, and the blue team finish it out strong, wins the map 3-2. Who is this Yuri's guy you speak of? I don't even know why you have a different tag on Twitch. Hey, what is TF2? See if I can join tomorrow. I hope you do. I'd love to cast you again, so I can get owned by Bubble Kitty in rank and outside of rank. Don't we all? Don't we all? Anyway, let's go into a game. And remember guys, please keep it clean, and for now, just just y'all, be nice to each other. If it doesn't work out, ganun talaga sometimes. But anyway, it's gonna be the red team and the blue team out in front. We do see a Pharah this time from Emhan. And this time, it looks like both teams gonna run a pretty solid lineup from both. But Callum now swooping on mid, get the Genji, gets 2 kills. Just super quick here from Callum as well as Emhan. It's gonna be the Ana out in front. Zen gets taken down by Callum. And solid effort here from the blue squad. They're gonna be able to get the initial capture of the point. So far so good here from the blue team. What the red team wants to do is try to get this Brigitte to work out in right. Thanks, you're the best. No, you're the best, Master Pretend. So Tommy Rice though out in front, gonna lose the mech in this fight. And Dreamcasper just outclassing the opposite Diva in this engagement in here on Ilios Lighthouse. Redux though up on top gets a face full of bullets there from the Diva. Here comes a dive now from Milsons trying to get a hamper on in. But the red squad actually struggling because their dive not really as coordinated as it could be. Milsons jumping into the middle without the assistance from Shomerais or Practice. But now comes on out, gets the D-Mech there onto Dreamcasper. We now have the self-destruct this time from the Diva. And the blue squad gonna go for the push on him. So let me tell you how many Smurfs there are in this game right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Dragon Blade though. Let's keep it Dragon Blade out. Callum gets 2 so far. The blue squad already with so much momentum in this fight. And that's gonna be another 1 fight. Practice didn't get the top. So this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 Smurfs in this game right now. And it's gonna be a nano boost this time onto the side of Milsons. Finally gets out in front, popping the Prime Rage, but the real bird will respond with the Transcendence. So the blue squad gonna try to use this to go for the push on in. Evan ready with the Rocket Barrage, can be able to get the killer too. Now he makes it rain on the Practice first, Zen gets taken out next. 3 kills going the way of the blue team so far. Here comes the Winston all the way in the backline. And gonna be a D-Mech now on to show my race. So the red squad just struggling to deal with the blue team's onslaught in this fight. We have a self-destruct from the side of Dreamcast. Perfect! Explosion in the air, fireworks display, just blowing up the McCree and the Ana. Here's the spawn cap now. Sand barrier is available. The blue squad in control. Practice on the Widowmaker, trying to get a pickup or two. It's just not gonna be enough as the red team now will concede. Lighthouse 102-0.
Score 1-0.
I'm ready to kill.
Ganda ng paa ni Lucio. I know, right? Anyway, when we moving on to where are we next? We're gonna be on to well next, so we might see some environmental kills here in this fight. We'll see who will actually make it out here. We might see some Lucio plays from both testing, or nope, no Lucio here for the red team. Interesting enough. It's gonna be Shoma Rice and Milson's gonna be on the Orisa and Roadhog. So Milson's gonna be back on his old Roadhog. Dream Casper on a Roadhog as well. There's the hook. Won't really get much. Milson's going for the right click. Shoma Rice though out in front. They get the barrier burst on the Ninja already. So that goes to show the red team has more damage. Still the pick up there on the Redux. The Pharah with the kill. And this was what I was saying. So the Pharah not having the Mercy, a little more common nowadays, but this is very dangerous because it's a Lucio Zen on the blue squad. So Emon can't play too aggressive like he's doing right now. He's under a lot of stress and gets taken out by Milsons. The red team though out in front. They need to go for the contest as the blue squad now all over it. They get the initial capture, but Milson's gaining 2 kills. So the Roadhog showing his power in this fight. Milson's already a long time OverRush player. Very, very good with the Roadhog. In the meantime, it's Practice going for the flank, looking for a way to get a pickoff or two. Here's Zenyatta charging it up, and the real Brit this time out in front. Practice with the pickoff onto one. Oh, why'd you leave, dude? A good one clip though from Practice, and here comes Callum once again out in front. Oh no, that's a terrible misplay from the Tracer. Questionable AF. Dragonblade has available. Oh, the flashbang onto Callum. Redux getting the pickoff there. The red team though just trying to stay onto the point, but they're not getting the kills they need. In the meantime, the blue squad's all over the point. There is now the pickoff onto 2 for the side of the red team. Blue squad though will have the speed boost available, and here comes Dragonblade from Callum. Wants to go to the backline. Culture is the first to get cut off. Now 2 kills going the way here of the Genji, and we'll go for a strike there onto Shoma Rice as well. The Lucio and the Genji working together just bully the Orisa in that fight. And for now, the blue team with control of this 60% and counting. Callum though getting the slice onto Redux, so we might need to get a... I want to fit in, so coming back on a Smurf. Just add me up, okay fine, just add me up on a Smurf. Real Bert though, trying to go to the right hand side. Culture tossing some orbs out. There's a takedown now onto the Zenyatta. We have a nano boost there onto Shoma Rice. The blue team with 2 kills so far. We have Redux out in front. Rocket Barrage from them, but Prem not gonna lead to any kills. The blue team in control of this fight. Sambar this time from the side of Tessig. Practice though switching over to the Sombra. Gets hooked on up, gets taken down. Can the red team get back onto this? They're just struggling to actually make this work, and that's gonna be the game. The blue squad will take it. The real peeps. Okay. Tama na stuck niyo guys.
Play of the game.
Callum though with play of the game, and honestly, the Genji just having so much momentum in this fight. Look at that. Dragonblade is available, and zoom. Callum to pick off onto 2 just in the initial part. Captain, ewan ko. But FFD, this is a terrible name. Makes it so hard to actually say this. But the red team gonna go for the push on in. Callum going for a snipe. Here comes the wrecking ball though from TCC. He's gonna back on now. There's a fast track this time, but Ninja trying to get it out. And Callum with the pick off on the real bird in this fight. So the red team gonna go for the push. There's a pile driver now, and Callum tries to capitalize on it. So what they're doing is, from the side of both the wrecking ball and the doofus, they're gonna allow Callum to actually get these shots on the targets, losing their aerial control. Redux though out in the middle already, trying to get some kills. The red team actually ignoring the point, honestly. They're trying to get the kills, just trying to frag out. Gonna be 1-2 trades so far, and the first stick now has been taken. Callum onto the point. Can the blue squad actually get back into this? But Ninja has switched over to the Winston. Doesn't have the jump, just being tickled here by TCC. Here goes Ninja onto the point. The bubble though at the corner. Coalescence comes now in response from Emon. When we try to keep this fight alive. Mines though into the middle. 2 kills going the way of the red team so far, and there you go, first stick has been taken already. The red squad going for the push once again. We do see a Lucio here from the side of the red team, and they're just going for the wall climb. Redux though already onto the left hand side, trying to tear apart TCC in this fight. And the blue squad still in control. Redux right now trying to deal with this Zen with the kill onto the Reaper, and the red team with those 2 picks has been in control of this game so far.
what the red squad has been doing, they have been playing very forward. They have a Lucio, they have a Wrecking Ball, they have a Doofus. These three characters can easily go in for the push. In the meantime, Milson's just staying on the payload, having the time of his life, sitting, just relaxing, not having any stress in an Overwatch game. It's always a pleasure. Again, Nanobus though on the side of Callum. He's gonna go for the advance. Redux out in front. Culture with a headshot. Gets headshotted rather by Callum. Redux goes for the turnaround play, but TCC with another kill. Thank you for the follow there, Joshua. Oh, nice name. That's a simple name for easy to say. The red squad though still with 2 picks, and for the blue team, they really should switch up their lineup. Not really working out. Oh no, Redux with a headshot there onto Callum. Honestly, I feel like the Brigitte not having the proper support for this. If blue squad wants to run something Brigitte focus, they might want to go for the full goats instead. Ninja might be able to switch over to the Reinhardt or something, and they should have a Lucio from the side of one of the 2 DPS. A Capitan Surge as well, some mines now being placed, and finally the blue squad getting the picks they need, but Ninja walking into the mines, gets taken down. FFD all the way in the backline, using the meteor strike to get away. But the red squad still going for the push. Can they actually make this count as the real birth will pick off now on 2-1. The Widowmaker going up on top, Tessie the first to fall in this fight. The pile driver initiation once again coming out from TCC. The Venom Mine gets picked off. Here comes Milsons, and oh, Dreamcaster gonna whip out the Graviton Surge. And Dragon in response here from Redux to combo with the setup here from Dreamcast. But 5 kills going the way of the blue squad so far. Redux still falling into the abyss, and that's an oopsie. The real question is, will Redux switch it out? They have used the Dragon Strike already. And no, Redux gonna stay over onto the Hanzo. So the blue team's still gonna run the double sniper against the Wrecking Ball. Not really the best DPS squad against this, but they have made this work for the time being. FD though soaring into the air, gets a punch and the combo onto the real bird. The red squad now close to the corner. Can they actually make it out alive as Callum gets 2 picks so far? Punch now comes on out but hits the wall instead. Evan using the corners to just hide from the Doomfist. Nano Boost comes on out now onto TCC as Callum up on top gets a pick off onto 1. Wants to go for Redux next, but it's gonna be a Doomfist now applying pressure. Dreamcast but in the air gets a headshot in response, and I love this red team's play. They're playing with a lot of chemistry right now. The Wrecking Ball, the Doomfist, and the Widowmaker working so well together. But Ninja though, getting picked on off, and the red team gonna go for the push on. And once again, the real bird and Callum going for the duel. 3 HP and a dream, but Callum still gets it. This guy popping off so heavily. And there you go, 3 more kills for the Widowmaker. Look at the shots going the way of the Widow. Another kill onto Emon. The red squad in control. And can they actually make it out alive? Something shock now comes on out, but Ninja gets the Venom Mine and gets whittled down by the machine gun fire. That's gonna be the red team with the capture, and impressive effort there from Calamitous. Just those kills with the Widowmaker, all connecting. If you guys do want to join, feel free to do so. Just add up the account down below. Solid effort, honestly, there from Callum. And it just works out in his favor. So sobrang like his attacks, like his Widowmaker placement, just moving all over to the back line, getting the side angles, getting those kills, and using the setup from the Wrecking Ball as well as the Doofus in his favor. So the red team now with 3:18 on the clock. Honestly, a pretty impressive time so far. Can the blue team actually replicate their success? They're trying to figure out what lineup they're gonna run. They're still gonna go for the double sniper. They got a triple as it's gonna be an Ana here for Emon. But the real question is, will Ninja stay on this Winston? Because maybe a Reinhardt would be better. I actually don't understand why there's a wreck area here in the cathedral. What really happened to this building in Kings Row? This is a church, right? Yeah, there you go. It's a church thing. And this is a clock tower. It's supposed to be like Big Ben or something. But yeah, anyway. The red squad gonna go for the Mercy play as well as the Widowmaker. So with the Mercy set, Callum will be the focal point of the defense with the Mercy Zen into play. Damage boost and the Discord are perfect here. ECC, actually, what the fuck? How'd you get damage right there? But anyway, the blue squad now marching on out. Still gonna run the Winston. Can Ninja actually pick this work? ECC though out in the air. Gonna roll on out for the time being. The red squad now trying to get out in front, but FFD with a pick off onto one already. Culture as well as Emerald both get taken out. The Sombras just working together to get the 2 support kills. And in the meantime, FFD just looking for a way to get a pick off or 2, as the Real Bird is struggling to look for the Sombra in this fight. So the Redux now focused into the front. And the Sombra still not having the opportunity to strike in this one because the blue squad way too bunched up together. Now the bubble comes on out and Ninja with the kill. FFD just staying there. Emon is taunting as well for some reason. But the blue team now finally gonna be able to get the push on in as the Sombra now out of commission. Callum really low, can't apply pressure in this fight. The red squad still having control of the point, but there's a bio grenade and TCC gets taken down. Here comes Dream Casper marching on one. Zarya now has 100 energy and a dream to get all these kills. The blue team now getting 3 picks so far and just a cascade of kills going the way of the blue team after the first pick off there onto the Sombra. Redux though missing the shots and FFD staying alive in this fight. 2 ticks now have been taken. Can FFD go for the contest? That's gonna be a big fat no as the blue team now gets the first checkpoint. Oh, you know, another kill there for the Sombra. Very opportunistic to say the least. But the blue squad now finally marching on into the streets of Kings Row. FFD still hiding behind the bushes. On the other hand, 3 ultimates are already here for the blue team, and they actually make this count. Dragon Strike is available. Here comes the Sombra now going to the backline. Gonna translocate, and if Redux pops this infra site right now, he might catch the Sombra out for a surprise. The red team and the blue team will, however, at the corner, and the Real Bird now up on top, perching, just looking for an opportunity to stay away from the efforts of the red squad and their dive. But Ninja though getting the nano boosted in this fight. There's the hack now onto the Winston, grabbing the surge from Dream Casper as well. Then will pop the Transcendence to heal up the rest of his team. And also well timed here by the Zenyatta. 2-for-1 trade so far, and the blue squad in control of this as Dream Casper in the backline. Look at all these kills. And this time, it's not working out in the red team's favor because their lineup is a little more focused on attacking rather than defending. They're very wily, yes, but they really need to get these consistent shots with the Widowmaker as well as the Sombra. So now TCC switching things over, gonna be on the Zarya instead. The intersight though being popped by Redux, and the blue squad gonna go for the second checkpoint without much contest there. Even though Callum with a pick off onto one, the Real Bird will be able to spawn really quickly, and a spawn advantage in the favor of the blue team as they're very close by. Redux now with pick off onto one, and here comes the payload moving into the corner. No ultimate's ready here for either side except the EMP. There you go, he pops it. Culture, 3 HP, trying to stay alive. Will probably pop the Transcendence in this fight. A 1-for-1 trade so far. No, it's not going to be that much of a push in from the red team, so no chance used there. But Ninja though out in front gets taken out by TCC, and that's the problem with running the Winston there without the Diva. Just so easy to get hacked up and taken down. Callum having a perch already, and Culture using the payload to go for the block. On the other hand, there we go, Callum with another pick off, this time on to Culture. The red team going for the push. Redux versus Callum. This has been such a interesting engagement between these two. The shock and all tactics though from Ninja. He's gonna be forced to hop on out. Dream Casper out in front once again gets picked off by the Widowmaker. Both Zaryas actually falling, 2 opposite Widowmakers in this fight. And the red team now in control of the corner, trying to keep this up as FFD with a pick off onto one for the time being. Zendo holding up the right click, just trying to volley some balls the way of the blue team. So now both Zenyatas have the Transcendence available. Can they actually go for the push in? Dream Casper getting the bubble. Nilsson goes for the shatter, puts the Zarya to the floor, but no follow-up. And look at the flank here from both Redux and Culture, applying so much pressure onto Nilsson. He has to back on out. TCC this time trading places with the Reinhardt. A Graviton Surge is going to be in the play, and Dream Casper will launch it onto the right-hand side. But Zen pops the Transcendence in response. The Bio Grenade doesn't get much from the side of Evan. And that's now the red team on the advance. Perfect Graviton Surge from TCC. FFT still gonna pop the Deadeye there, but the red squad already winning the fight out with the Graviton Surge. So for now, the red team in control of this fight once again. 3 minutes remaining here for the blue team. Can they actually make this count? They actually get inside, but they already have these time disadvantage on to the next round. The real question is, can they finish the map in the first place? Calamdo playing very aggressive, gets picked off by Redux, honestly being punished by the Widowmaker. You can't play that cockily kid. As here comes the blue team now moving to the corner. Another pick off, this time to Nilsson, who had to put down the shield. Too much damage going his way. In the meantime, TCC has a lot of energy, can go into the front line. And the red squad gonna go for the push on in once again. Right clicks come on out. FFD with a pick off onto Culture. And the red team moving on in. Look at this, TCC playing so aggressively with those bubbles and getting 100 energy to boot. Zendo with the pick up now onto Ninja, and the blue team forced it back on out once again. Redux though winning the sniper fight is in a lot of trouble. The Percy whipping out the pistol and we'll go for the res as well onto the Widowmaker. That's a Mercy saying, okay, I've done your job for you. Now love me here. The red squad with 2 picks once again.
You should be at peak performance level.
And what the red team has been doing is they're just playing very, very aggressively, using these sniper picks to their advantage. They now have a McCree, which is a lot more stable in getting those picks, just applying pressure in the middle line instead of the Sombra. While the Sombra very, very much an infiltrator. Still has to go for the right time to strike, and the blue team bunches up too close to each other, and the EMP isn't into play. It's the best time for the red team to actually push on in. And Dragon Strike this time from Blue Squad, and the Real Bird with the pick off onto 1. Here comes the Battle Mercy Valkyrie play from Tessig. Infinite ammo, but won't get any kills. Shatter comes on out from the side of Venetia. Transcendence in the spot, but Redux gets the headshot this time, and Tessig gets taken up by Redux as well. The Widowmaker with 2 so far. Gravity Surge to keep the control in going in the favor of the blue team. Here comes FFD now forced back on now. TCC uses Graviton Surge, so no way for the Zarya to go for the counterplay. And there's the headshot this time, and the red squad losing ground. Can they actually get back to the point? They use the Genji now as well as testing on the Mercy. Shatter comes on out. Nilsson's putting Emon to the floor, but Coulter staying on alive, staying up into the point. It's a be illusion this time from Zen, but he gets sniped out by the Hanzo. TCC this time on the Widowmaker. Perfect Shatter to put the Hammond in his place. FFD falls at the last moment. And that's the blue team finishing a round as well. Kudos to them for getting the last play to work out in their favor. Good snipes there from Redux as well to not only get the Widowmaker, but the Mercy as well. Oof. So now the blue team will have a minute in this next round. Can they actually get a good distance here into the second one? It honestly depends if Redux can get these snipes, or will Callum finally unleash his inner aimbot god. Thanks for the follow there, Kian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 000.
How are you feeling, Lacroix?
No feel at all.
Greetings. Attackers incoming in 30
Happy birthday to Fascinate, by the way. If you guys didn't know,
The
apparently
true question is whether or not
Fascinate,
you
it is
can
Fascinate's
deny
birthday
my
today, even though
discoveries.
the almighty Facebook didn't tell
No,
us.
I didn't think
So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we see him in the scrims or later on. But anyway, I hope he enjoys his day. You do have a Luciana here for the red team right now, something a little more older. Look at their lineup, honestly. The red team running something, a blast from the past, to be honest. On the other hand, here comes Redux and the Real Bird with the double sniper. Not really too meta nowadays, but still a potent combination in the right hands. But Ninja just gonna go for the march on in. Fire Strike comes on now. TCC getting the bubble and getting a long charge as well. So the Zarya right now having half the energy he needs before he can go for the aggressive push. But the Real Bird already with the pickup onto Milsons. Milsons playing way too forward and will pay the price for it as Zen and Tessig are now out of position. Diana not getting the sightlines he needs. And here comes the blue squad onto the point. 4 kills going the way of the blue team. TCC trying to go for the rotation. But this is gonna be a Zarya duel between these two. Dream Caspra as well as TCC out in front. 2 ticks now taken by the blue team. Can they actually keep this up? Yes, they do. 10 seconds remaining on the clock, and we will get an overtime push here from the blue squad.
Stop the payload.
The red team though will try to not get staggered, as there you go, there's a pickup already onto Callum. So the red team will be forced to give up the space here by the bookstore. Gonna be very, very dangerous right now for the red squad. Can they actually keep this up in this fight? The corner is gonna be a battleground here, as Milson's instead still not giving up the space. Still wanting a quick little drink or two, as NFMT now with a pickup onto one all the way in the back line. Sadly, he doesn't have the Deadeye, so could have got a few picks there with the surprise one. The McCree now just spawn camping the Widowmaker instead. A Dragon Strike coming out from the Real Bird into the narrow street of King's Road. This is absolutely perfect, forcing the red squad to back on out. Nilsson's honestly getting separated in this fight. Here comes now a McCree from Redux, so 1v1 between these two, as the blue team now still getting the payload. In the meantime, oh yeah, the blue squad still 2 kills, and there's gonna be a shatter now from Milson's counter shatter from Banija. Good sleep dart there from Tessic to put Banija to the floor, and FFD with another kill on the Redux. The blue team losing members left and right, and perfect flank there from the McCree, getting some more picks. The red squad with the pincer attack and is able to finish the round there.
Score.
Honestly, very, very smart there from the McCree. Just charging it up onto the opposite McCree. And now the red squad with 3:39 on the clock. Can they actually beat the distance the blue team has set? Blue squad right now will try and play the red team's game, but we will see a Hanzo McCree setup here, as well as a Moira. Interesting. The Moira Brigade. Okay. So this tells me that the blue squad will be more or less running as one in the dead ball composition. The dead ball positioning rather, but the blue team has this McCree, Brigitte, Moira. Middle line is something that's not gonna take the high ground due to the fact that the Moira can only hit at close range with the orbs as well as the spray. Needs to top up the Reinhardt rather, as well as the Zarya. So the blue squad will more or less bunch on up. The red team though might have to switch it up in that case, because FFD gonna be on the Doomfist. Might see a Junkrat that works out in their favor. And the red team now gonna go on outside. We'll try to meet the blue team by the statue of Monzata. Real question is who will actually win this out in this fight. But Ninja backing on out. TCC holding up the bubble. Bio Orb just flies on to the other side. And there's the combo right now. FFD though under a lot of stress. And the Hanzo caught outside. As we were saying, the blue team should play as one, and the Real Bird being there onto the left hand side, getting picked off by FFD in that fight. Honestly, a very questionable play there from the Hanzo. Nicer Sam this time comes on out to Doomfist with the pick up onto one, make that two. Perfect play from FFD. Redux and Culture just staying together. 3 kills now going the way of the red team. The Doomfist going hog wild, and it's gonna be Evan falling finally. So the red squad just being carried by the Fist of Fury. The real Callum, honestly, playing the Mercy this time, pushing on in. 2 ticks now have been taken. Callum using Nilsson's to get on away. And that's gonna be the point here for the red squad. The blue team now can defend the corner for sure, but the real problem is, can they defend the next part? So they really have to defend the archway if they even have a chance to get to the street space. FFD goes to the punch, and here comes the meteor strike this time. Just flying into the air, gonna go to the backline instead. So the Doof is gonna be on payload duty. Tessig and Callum working together. What's great is Tessig and Callum have switched their roles. It's gonna be Callum on the support and Tessig on the Widowmaker. There's so much flexibility from these two players. The red squad now with 3 picks. The blue team either has to die now or can't die at all, because the payload's end is so close to this corner. The payload now pushing on in, and the blue team will still have a chance. 40 meters is more or less enough distance for the blue squad to get on by if they probably have a Lucio. But now the payload close, inching closer and closer. The pub now giving some free drinks here to the red team. Zen already just popping around. Here comes TCC out in front, just putting some pressure on the Zarya really low, but the payload even closer to the end. Can they make it? But Ninja goes for the contest, gets flung into the air. The red squad getting these picks. Redux with only 1 kill. Dreamcast one gets brought into the ground with the surge. Unleashes his at the end, but it's not enough. Oh, the red team C9s it. Can they actually make this count? Oh, it's okay. The red team already with the kills, and they'll be able to take King's Row.
You're gonna go?
Play of the game.
This is their with play of the game, and yeah, the King's Row game, pretty decent so far. I don't know, I got some there though. Both teams trying to bring it, but anyway, so it's gonna be the blue team on the defense. It's gonna be another team versus a team. I don't know why, I couldn't think of any names. It's gonna be FFD here once again on the Doomfish. He was showing his prowess a while ago. TCC though up on top, the Winston just waiting to go on to the problem. Arctaniel though gonna be on this Genji, as well as testing the two Genjis, tossing throwing stars at each other. Firefalcon though with the pickup onto one already, make that two. The blue squad in control of the defense so far, and the red team struggling already. Honestly, the blue squad just taking the fight to the red team. Very, very aggressive here from the blue team. And the red squad can't capitalize on it. They're missing their shots, they're missing their rollouts, and FFD though falls for some reason into the abyss. That's already one falling for the side of the blue squad. Good job there. Arctaniel with a pickup once again, and so far it has still all been kills going the way of the blue team. Even the suicide was a kill by the blue team. Oh, look at that! Look at that movement there from Vigilance, soaring into the air. The Mercy staying on alive. The blue squad right now still in control of this. Goodbye grenade there from the side of Practice, and now the Dragon Blade is available here for Arctaniel. The red squad is stuck outside, however, can they actually make it out? As the Dragon Blade now is available. Nilsson's gonna hide inside. There's the hook, and the blue Genji will stay on alive. Good reach out there from Roadhog, which is still enough to get the kill. And finally, a 1-for-1 trade going the way of the red team. Here comes the real Kalam out in front, gets the punch onto Practice. Arctaniel though soaring into the air. Swift is not available, and Kalam will be able to get away. Honestly, a very, very big misplay there from the defense. Just leaving Practice alone like that way too long. The Strike now comes on not to just ruin the aim there from the Roadhog. Lucids instead will pop the Bullhog as well. Cam now into the air, gets the squish onto Arctaniel. Arctaniel holding on to the blade. And this is going to be the red team now pushing on in to the fountain area. So far, so good right now for the red squad. Can they actually keep this up as they have gotten the picks they need to actually push on in? Kanekura going to be on the Brigitte out in front as well. Brigitte now going for the punch, and there you go, Kalam soaring through the skies, gets 2 kills out in front, and here's a Graviton surge from Dream Casper. The blue team honestly choking that defense. They had so many ultimates ready and they didn't pop any of them, so the red squad now gained the first checkpoint. Questionable plays there from the blue squad. FFD though gonna be on the Pharah to try and deal with both the Doomfist and the Brigitte. Good call here from FFD. They already have a Mercy on the side of Vigilance, so the blue squad can easily transition to a Far Mercy squadron. The blue team going for the push on in, and here comes the red squad getting through the gates. They do get the pickup onto the Winston, but an easy rest there from Vigilance as the action has stopped for the time being. Testing this time, switching over to the Widowmaker, trying to deal with FFD. But the Pharah using the shingles as cover. Gonna slide on down to the backline. Good jump in there from TCC. Rocket Barrage now is available. Gonna drop one down. Zen is the first to fall. Nilsson's with the hook and the takedown. And the red squad now gonna go for the push. The rally is available. And the red team just trying to get the damage done. On the other hand, here's another boost now from Firefalcon. And Arctaniel gonna whip out the blade. Finally, the blue team using their ultimates, and they're getting the kills. They're getting their just rewards.
Hello.
And this is gonna be the blue team going for the spawn cap. So perfect play there from both Firefalcon, Practice, and Arctaniel. Just a nano boost, a Graviton Surge, and a Dragon Blade all used to perfection. They did use a Rocket Barrage as well in that fight, so they will have a small old disadvantage into the upcoming fights from now. But the real question is, can the red team capitalize as Milson pops the whole hog already? The Graviton Surge should be up and about. There you go, Arctaniel gets cornered and gets taken down by a Shoryuken. There's a hook now on the Firefalcon. Res go from Vigilance, and the Mercy just playing so sneakily, getting the res up onto Arctaniel, but now Vigilance all alone, just trying to keep FFD up, topped up. Good hook there from Milson's and the takedown. For some reason, the Mercy was down below and was punished by the Roadhog in that fight. So the red team right now finally moving through to the corner. Can they actually make this count and get the kills they need? Go to the second checkpoint. Some pressure being applied. TCC getting hooked up. Nilsson's
so good with that hook, honestly. The red team though going for the push. Can they actually keep this up? Practice though with the pick off onto Callum. Here's a jump on in from TCC right now. Who's up on top? The Winston under a lot of the rest has to get away as Testing has already hooked on up. Practice now in his sights and perfectly the Ana going for the Ilios. Good graviton surge here from the side of the red team, but sadly no follow-up from Dre's Casper as the rest of Steam has already fallen by the wayside. Archdaniel in the backline gets a Dragon Blade on out. Callum gets cut up and taken down. And oh, the hook there from Milson, bringing the Genji back into the fight. Here's the rest now, and there's gonna be a whole hog as well from Milson's. So the red squad just keeping on, going for the push once again. They do have no ultimates to work with, and the blue squad has two. And here comes another, oh, perfect sleep right there. Callum taking a nap mid there, gets woken up however by FFD. The rocket was already on the way, so no fault of the Pharah in that fight. Rocket barrage is available however, and using the shingles now to once again slide around, making it rain onto Dreamcast, but the bubble way too late to protect the Zarya. It's just not enough anyway. Now 2 kills going the way of the blue squad. Zen gonna whip out the Valkyrie, and already knows this fight has been lost. Will Zen just go for the Battle Mercy and go for FFD? Look at this, the Pharah under a lot of stress. Good jump in from TCC, and now it's gonna be a fall for Grace here from Zen. Getting the Mercy, stay on alive. The Shuriken's coming up the way of the Mercy's wings, and Archdaniel gets caught by a surprise as the red squad now has regrouped. There's the hook, and there's the kill.
30 seconds
30 seconds remaining, and the red team ready with 2 pick-offs. They can actually make it to the second checkpoint at this rate if they get these picks. Testing has switched over to the Pharah, so it's gonna be a Pharah Mercy fight between these two teams. Vigilance still ready with the Valkyrie, can pop it at any time, and TCC has the primal rage. Very key in this fight. The real question is, can they make this count, as we have a rally this time from Kanakura. Out in front already, the preheated just going with the motions. TCC getting hooked on up. Primal Rage has been popped, and Archdaniel using the commotion to get the Dragon Blade out. Gets 2 kills so far. Fire Falcon, perfect Graviton Surge as well to keep the action contained. Sessing out in the air, gets whipped by the pistol from Vigilance, who gets 2. Vigilance just going crazy with the Mercy pistol. And that's gonna be a team kill going the way of the blue team. Gonna be a successful hold at the second checkpoint.
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
Yeah, congrats. It's a solid play there from the blue team. They were able to get that team kill at the end. Good usage of those ultimates. TCC just jumping on in, did get hooked up, but still popping the primary journey. And honestly, that's pretty smart to do against a Roadhog of Milson's caliber. Not only is the hook very deadly with the stun, but just how he goes for the meat shots as well. Pretty smart there from TCC to pop the primary early just to play safe. Fire Falcon and Archdaniel as well, capitalizing with the Graviton and Dragon Blade. And also the blue team playing a little better than the red squad in this fight. They could have held them by the first checkpoint if they only used their ultimates. So now the red team no longer having any fear about using ults. The red squad though, a little shaken up. They might switch some things up, and Callum already gonna be on the Doomfist, going for the rollout. And look how far he's gonna go with the Side Strike Slam if he actually makes this count. Look how much energy it gets.
Stick to the plan. And if you get into trouble,
Daks did Scrims or eating sizzling chemo with eggplant. God damn, so tempting. Super tempting.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
But, you know naman, I do this for the community. And, I want to though. Parang ang tempting na Mr. Kebab. God damn. We'll see. But I feel like, I already feel like we're gonna still have an audience by around 10 / players. So, yeah. But I'm now craving because of you, Gwen. This Gwen making me crave. Callum though, just perched up here. Archdaniel already getting the sidelines. And honestly, I wonder if the Widowmaker will spot this, because the Doomfist is just there. Look at where the Doomfist is. He's just balancing right now. We have a Symmetra here for the red squad, but already gets taken out. Callum though just staying with the course, and he's sliding. Okay, what's Callum gonna do? What's Callum up to? FFD
I don't think FFD is aware of this. He's gonna go for the lunge this time, and Callum's still staying on this. Finally, there's the kill! And the size 6 time comes on up, but honestly, very underwhelming there from the Doomfist. I thought it'd be a lot more powerful than that. For now, the red team just gonna go for the push with this Doomfist. Callum though, low HP already, has to hide. Goes for the punch this time, but doesn't connect once again. And the Doomfist doesn't get any damage done. Will struggle to stay alive. There you go. TCC goes for the shot and a blue squad going for the push once again. There's a jump on in the Symmetra turrets though, going for the micro replay. And Tessig already has the potent barrier into play, puts it in a horizontal way. In the meantime, the red team just healing up the Ana. Oh no, TCC still gets the kill. The Winston just getting the damage on Dragon Strike as well. The blue squad now with 2 picks, and this Winston rampaging already. Honestly, the Symmetra barrier has been pretty effective, but is worthless compared to a Winston in your face. Look at that, some more kills going the way of TCC, FFD as well, just carrying them on their back. So the blue squad right now is gonna get that first checkpoint quite easily. Dream Casper just going for some swings. Arcangel this time gets punched up, gets taken down by Callum. The Winston as well as the Hanzo playing ultra aggressively. And I feel like the Symmetra pick was with good intentions, but has not worked out in their favor. Even with a quick barrier, it still wasn't. It was just very underwhelming there from the Symmetra. So for now, maybe the red team will work better if they switch out the Sim for something a little more powerful, like a Reaper, a Junkrat, or a Widowmaker. Red team though, ready with 3 ultimates. Tessie gonna put up a teleporter, and I don't know what that point is for. The coalescence though is held in play. So the blue team right now with 4 ultimates. Can they go for the push? Dragon Strike this time through to the center. And there you go, Arcangel with 2 kills so far. Self-destruct up on top, Mills trying to knock it down. Gets absolutely nothing in this game. Fire Falcon out in front. Callum did 2 so far. A 1-2 left hook, right hook combination. But now he's taking it out, dreaming of better World Championship opportunities. And the Doof is trying to get away. Will get taken down by Fire Falcon. The blue squad still at it. Can go for the push, and Zarya right now still in play. Gonna be another boost this time on the Fire Falcon. Keep the Zarya alive, but it's gonna be a coalescence push from the side of the red team with Zen holding the beam strong. The red team now with 2 picks for the time being. In the meantime, the blue squad on the other hand trying to use the Mercy and the Widowmaker in this fight. Arcangel gonna whip on up, teleporter out the top, and oh, he gets a Reinhardt in his face. The last thing Arcangel would have expected would Dreamcast to be up on top there. And DCC though, way to pick up onto Callum. Counter kill there from Nilsson's good dive to get rid of Arcangel. Now the D.Va in a pretty precarious situation, but has the self-destruct to stay on alive. Here comes the dive. Nilsson stays alive thanks to the efforts there from Zen and Kanakura. Sleep Dart now connects his TCC. Rampagers in the backline, just trying to knock down some buildings and some players on the red team side. We have a quarter barrier right now, and the blue team already at the truck trying to go for the push on in. Wilson though going for a few shots here and there. Here comes the Winston as well as the Hanzo out in front. And the red team now with 4 players just going for the contest. In the meantime, here comes Callum into the backline, gets to pick up on the practice. Coalescence from the side of Zen, just trying to tear apart the barrier there from Vigilance. And Transcendence this time from the side of the red team. And oh, the Meteor Strike connects! So 3 kills going the way of the red team. Milson needs a lot of healing though. And that could be the red squad right now, trying to keep chopped up in this fight. So the defense has been holding pretty steadfast for the time being. Arcangel though switching over to the Monkey to try and deal with the Doofus a little better. Honestly, maybe the blue squad will wanna coordinate better with a little more chemistry with their composition. Kanakura though, caught out in the open, almost gets taken down. They were in special kilo kebab. Dude, I just want regular beef kebab and I'm already a happy boy. And just all these setting. Once again, Wilson's going for the self-destruct to drop it down, but it doesn't get any kills because it's so telegraphed. It's pretty obvious what Wilson is trying to do in the first place. And now 4 kills going the way of the blue team. This might be the beginning of the end here for the red squad as Wilson stuck into the chapel. Will get taken out. I think it's City Hall instead. TCC out in front. Can the red team get on by with Tessig ready with the teleporter? Puts it in front of the payload. It gets blown up immediately. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. The blue team take it down. Payload greater than TP. That was absolutely unfortunate there. If the Symmetra could have gotten the teleporter in a little better spot, they could have gone for the contest. That's gonna be nice. Thanks for the king.
Yeah, that's gonna be the blue team with the play of the game. And pretty solid effort from them. But para I can handle the something feasible, as we are gonna be on Junkertown this time. I feel like we'll be done by around past 9. And then we TCC out in front. We have a jump on in. Callum gets already halted. And it's gonna be Fire Falcon on the Roadhog. But TCC and Fire Falcon need to work on their time to go for the halt hook combination. In the meantime, it's Eman with the Pharah. And he's gonna fly on up. The red team will go for the push on in once again. And it's gonna be the blue team going for the retreat for the time being. Zendo with a pickup onto 1 and then Lucio just keeping the charge on. Cyberbully has decided to go for the Torbjorn. This will work out in Junkertown honestly, because the payload for Junkertown allows the turret to actually be half protected. But FFD now with the pick off onto 1, the turret still getting some damage done. Here's Fire Falcon in the face of the turret. Everyone's ignoring the turret honestly. And finally, Fire Falcon with the takedown. He gets hooked up however, and Wilson's winning out the Roadhog duel. The red team now going for the push with their tanks, and Callum and Wilson's leading the charge. Perfect sleep dart there, and Ninja playing out of her mind in that fight. Buy Grenade connects as well onto FFD, and this has been Ninja's plays here on Rocket Barrage now coming out, and Evan already destroying the Hanzo as he gets Reds on up. That's the absolute worst way to go. You just come back to life and you get a face full of rockets. Instead, Vigilance is now flying around going for the contest. And this is going to be the red team now with the control of the point. Fire Falcon once again gets hooked up and gets taken down by Milsons with some help there from Eman. Oh, TCC drops on down but as a corpse instead. So that's the first point already taken here by the red team. And just that last stretch there, the Ana enabling all of that. The Nano boost onto the Winston, the Bionic connecting onto the Hanzo, and the Sleep Dart there as well, which allow the kills. So as an Ana, you really want to do that. Sabi nyo, please type Flying House Malini. Check me out. Really good place to chill.
Thank you.
There you go. Check it out. Google nyo. Google nyo. Like, it's really close to my house too, and it's one of my favorite places to drink. As now, it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade here for the two teams. Eman and Redux trading things now, but it's gonna be a Dragon Strike from the right-hand side. It's for Koala takeaway. You get a Dragon Strike in return. You might want to change it because you're getting Chinese cuisine instead of the Australian one. And it's gonna be a very, very wild west of a situation now here in the second checkpoint of Junkertown. The trades are going left and right, but Evan finally turning things around with 2 kills so far. Practice once again with the snipe, and this is gonna be the blue team turning things around. The Ana getting these clutch snipes. Oh, the anti-heal from Ninja once again on point. Gonna be 2 kills going the way of the red team. But Ninja honestly playing out of her mind in this game. And this is the red squad right now, just on the back of the Ana. Look at this. Almost ready with the Nano Boost as well. Callum now pushing forward. The Nano Boost can be into play here. The red team will have free reign to get the second checkpoint as Callum now rampaging. He's gonna pop the whole hog, the Prime Rage rather, a little early for my liking. But the red squad now trying to keep this up. Anti-heal this time going the way of the Winston. FFD gets taken out. Here's the bubble, but the Winston knocks onto the conveyor belt, and that's gonna be a poor takedown as the rotating wheel will lead to the Winston dying in that fight. But the red squad though still in control of this. Squad advantage is in their way as well. Redux though getting the sidelines. He needs to get a takedown onto Milsons. And this part of Junkertown pretty good for snipers of both angles. Look at this, Redux getting sidelines. There's the hook now. The Lucio gets taken down by FFD. Everyone still on the Pharah will be punished quite easily. And the thing about this is the Pharah is good on defense for Junkertown third point, but on the attack, the Pharah struggles to get outside this area in the first place, the doorways, because it's very, very dangerous for a Pharah in that situation. Fire Falcon now getting a hook and a kill onto Ninja, who wasn't expecting it at all. We have a Widowmaker now from Cyberbully. The side is available, and it's in the backline. It's FFD with the Deadeye onto 1. There you go, 2 kills going the way of the McCree. The Nano boosted the Roadhog rather, keeping it up. Evan with the Rocket Barrage, but this is gonna be a Rocket Barrage out of rage and just a necessity to switch it out in the first place. So Evan should switch out of the Pharah, pick something else, maybe a Tracer. It's actually a decent pick.
or a Hanzo, even better. So double sniper now here for the red team, gonna be able to use the long sight lines of the third point of Junkertown to get these kills. A sound barrier coming out from Zen, but interesting to note, they're not going to the speed boost. Instead, they just get the healing boost on. Just very, very protective sound barrier against poor Winston. No one on the payload here for the red team. They're just gonna go for the PK. Can they actually make this count? But Ninja instead will be on the payload. Emon with the storm arrows, and Redux gets swept away by Callum. Perfect charge in that fight. Shatter is cancelled by the McCree with the flashbang. So honestly, a victory already in the side of the blue team. But the red squad still pushing on forward, marching on strong. The real question is, can they keep it up? The blue team now ready with 2 ultimates. Here comes a few shots there from the red team. Here's a jump now onto Cyberbully. Oh, the charge there from the side of Callum. He's been hitting these charges here in the last part like twice in a row so far. Wilson's though getting an nano boost, and he's gonna pop the Hoo-Hog, just doing so much damage with the jump. The red team now with 2 kickoffs even after the resurrect there. On to practice. A Valkyrie has been popped. Vigilance trying to stay on alive. FMD goes for the Deadeye into the middle, but honestly, very questionable right there. Gets caught out by Cyberbully. And nano boost onto the Winston this time. TCC close to the Prime Bridge, however. Can he actually make this count? The payload close to the end, and that's a C9 there from the blue team.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
So the red team finishing the map pretty well. They have gotten 2 minutes in their time back in this fight, and just some superstars there for the red team. But Ninja honestly playing very well. Evan was pretty decent as well for the first 2 parts, and Cyberbully getting the pick off onto them in the end, just getting rid of the Deadeye in that situation. So for now, the red team will be on defense. The real question is, can the blue team have a similar or even better attack into this next round? The blue squad trying to figure out if they're gonna go for the Orisa composition here for TCC. On the other hand, we see the 2 snipers now, Cyberbully and Ninja, gonna be using those long sidelines on the first checkpoint. Evan gonna be on the Reaper. Interesting pick here on Junkertown, to be honest. So this tells me, if the red team was strategizing this, they would try to defend this narrow choke point between the 2 shanties. It's gonna be Wilson is on the left and Evan on the right, or vice versa, to just try and get the shotguns to their maximum damage output. Callum can easily accentuate this by being out in front, put up the shield in front of the payload. Zen as well, just just dancing around. Yeah. The blue squad gonna have the Orisa out in front. Can TCC protect the rest of his team and the payload? And TCC just looking at the ground. I don't know if that's a next level strat or something, just not getting headshotted there. Pretty smart. Honestly, it's pretty smart, but at the same time, it's really funny to look at. The blue team now going for the push on in. It's gonna be a contest now from the red squad. Interesting to note that they're defending here instead of the shanties, as I was saying. So the red team now losing both the Ana and the Widowmaker in that fight. Only very questionable there from the red squad. Could have played it a little better, but instead they lost 2 members of their backline so quickly. The blue team right now going for the push on in as FFD just whipping out the tracer pistols, then being tracked around. Cyberbully though with a pickup onto practice already, wants to get a shot as well onto Vigilance, but Redux will give him a shot in return. FFD with a perfect pulse bomb as well, connecting onto Zen. This is gonna be a 2-for-1 trade so far here for the red squad. They're using their close quarter combat expertise and natural advantage honestly with their lineup to go for the push on in with the Lucio rolled out and Reaper into play. Look at that, Milson's just running over Fire Falcon and TCC with some help from Callum. Callum now ready with the Earth Shatter. This is the red team now regrouping for the time being. The red team right now staying out in front. Both squads just keeping on the pressure. They're gonna go for the push on in once again. Wilson's though out in the front alongside Evan. Callum's like, I need to protect these guys to keep them up. There's the hook now. Goodbye Vigilance. The worst way to go for Zenyatta is just getting your foot caught out by the barrier.
There's the hold this time though from TCC. Can the blue team actually make a pick or two? Redux has bombed the info side, and they now know the red team is hiding there, but Callum will whip out the Earth Shatter in response. FFD getting the initial information though, and gets a flashback connecting onto the Reinhardt. So the blue squad right now with 4 ultimates into this next fight. TCC can just put up a supercharger onto the payload and accentuate the XC damage here. But supercharger now into play. Cyberbully with a pickup onto one up on top, being hampered by both supports. Here comes the McCree once again into play. Sleep Dart connecting onto the Roadhog. And there you go, Wilson gets taken out. Lots of assists there. Discord Orb and anti-heal onto the blue Roadhog. We have a Dragon, we have a Death Blossom rather from the side of the red team. A Transcendence will be popped in response. Cyberbully out in the open. Gonna go for the whip shot, trying to get the wave. Practice now in his face. He gets taken down. The Venomine still connects, however, and the Ana might want to stop smoking into the next fight.
Nerf this.
It's up to Shock this time, coming out onto the side of the red team, but Fire Falcon getting shut down immediately by the Reinhardt. And now FFD gets caught out in the open. Here's the speed boost, the Reaper and the Lucio going for the chase down. There's the takedown. The red squad can easily go for the contest as Callum goes for the pin on the practice, gets it. Nilsson will unleash the full hog as well, and we now have a sound barrier. The red team still going for the push. Fire Falcon will get demeched in this fight. That's gonna be the red team right now with another set of kills on their defense. They have been pretty good on their defense, even though it looked very, very sloppy to say the least. They have made it work, and they just push on in with the Lucio and the Roadhog and the Reaper. The red team already with 2 ultimates. Callum holding steadfast once again, putting up the shield, waiting for an opportunity to get the Earth Shatter out. We have the hook, however, and you see the red team going for the push on in. In the meantime, the blue squad up on top. Sleep Dart now connecting. It's gonna be by grenade as well. There's the pin now. Callum gets 2 so far. That's a 3rd here for the red team. And just the narrow nature of this doorway, not the best way to deal with a Reinhardt, a Roadhog, and a Reaper. The red squad right now gonna go for the push, and we have a 1-for-1 trade so far. The problem is, yes, the red team is very strong in close quarters, but they make these judgment calls to go outside of their comfort zone, to play outside the zone, play in long sightlines, and they get punished for it so easily by both the Redux as well as Practice. So for now though, the red team holding steadfast in their element. Just look at this doorway in control by the Reinhardt. Callum gets the shatter on out. Vigilance gets taken down. Pin connects onto Fire Falcon as well. There's the D-Mech. The Reaper in the meantime getting the nano boost. And the blue team forced to retreat once again. The Shimon brothers. Oh, perfect! That Blossom, but gets counteracted by an even better Sleep Dart as well as a Buy Grenade. So blue team with a turnaround play. The two Shimano brothers once again needing the healing, but the Hanzo in the way of the Genji. Unfortunate there. Can the blue team actually keep this up as Redux now ready with the Dragon Strike. Sonic Arrow connects, and Redux can pop the Dragon Strike after a lure here. Well, the blue team has to play this smart this time because they are forcing the red team to go inside this corridor. If they make the red team overextend, they can release the Dragon Strike to get a tremendous amount of damage. Emmanuel has switched over to the Soldier 76 to give a little bit of hit scan, a little bit more long range potential here for the red team, but losing that Reaper might be the opportunity here for the blue squad to go for the push on in. Sound Barrier is popped. DCC with the Prime Wage as well. There you go, gets the punch onto Cyberbully. Emma just running around the Soldier 76, getting all the cardio that he needs. Now he's getting a quick little cardiac tase, but no, that's gonna be the Blitz getting the kill. Too much exercise for one ground spot in that day, says TCC. In the meantime though, the blue team finally getting the payload to move on in, getting past the takeout and getting to the second checkpoint. Can they actually make it in time? As the red squad still has a Lucio into the play. They can go for the speed boost with their Reinhardt. The Sleep Dart now connecting on to Callum, and Zen gets the anti-heal in that fight. So the red squad gonna have a small little disadvantage in this fight. But we do have a Dragon Strike now from Redux. Gets absolutely nothing. Vigilance unable to get the Transcendence out after he gets taken out by Emon. And a Nano Blade. Oh, the Dragon Blade gets cancelled by Emon. Gets the kill there onto the Genji. Tactical Visor now is available, and Emon gonna go for the flank to the back line. 10 seconds remaining. Can the blue team actually clutch this out? Vigilance though still has the Transcendence, so if the two tanks can delay the payload from expiring, they can actually keep up the push Fire Falcon now has fallen. Shatter connects onto TCC. Vigilance just healing the Winston up thanks to the tester from FFD. And there's the kill now onto Baninja. Can the two Singaporeans get the clutch play? No, you don't. Callum already with pick off onto the Genji. TCC pretty far away still from the Prior Rage. And the Tactic Visor in the face of the blue team. Emon just getting clutch out at the end. But even clutcher is TCC getting the red at the end. We have a full hug now from Milsons, and it's gonna be a knockoff onto Fire Falcon. So well played there from the red squad. Their defense holding steadfast by the second checkpoint.
Play of the game.
Play of the game going to Callum.
Double,
He's going for the swings.
quadruple kill.
And what do you call this? Facebook. So yeah, I'm actually not sure who's active anymore on Twitch in the first place. But anyway, let's go into our game. It's gonna be the blue team, and and FFD's like, oh, we have 3 DPS. He's gonna be on the Zarya instead. Interesting to note, the blue squad gonna have the slower lineup with the Zen Ana, and they're more or less forced to stay onto the tower side. They have to stay on this, or they're gonna get taken out so easily by the Pharah Mercy combination of Emon and Baninja. And look at that, the hitscan prowess, both practice and redux. Now with a pick off onto Emon, Baninja looking for an opportunity to get back to the Pharah, but there's the charge now, and Callum with a pick off onto the Zarya. Fire Falcon out in front, redux with a pick off onto 2 so far. The McCree getting the shots he needs to get these kills. Cyber Bully with the Widowmaker will be able to get a pick off, but Igog just having the balls to get the snipe there onto the Widowmaker as well. So for now, the blue team in control of this fight. The real question is, can they keep this up? Fire Falcon now holding the bridge steadfast. He might go for the charge here and try to go for the pin play. There you go. There's the charge. Gets the pin onto Zen. Gets the knock off onto Dream Cast as well. Hero play there from Fire Falcon. Shatter connects. Callum putting down the shield. And FFT gonna go for the bowl over. Wow. I love it. I love it there from Fire Falcon. So the blue team right now gonna switch things over. It's gonna be a Brigitte here for Zen. On the other hand, Callum going for the charge, has the shatter available. Might want to try to go for the revenge play there onto Fire Falcon. The two Reinhardts now gonna meet by the bridge. There's the shatter, and Fire Falcon putting down the shield. Pal Driver though to try and counter things, but it's gonna be 3 kills already going the way of the red team. Practice though, getting the pulse bomb onto the backline. The Widowmaker first to fall. Fire Falcon now has to concede his life, and FFD going for the roll around play. Gets the book onto Callum, has the mines available. There's the stun right now, and sadly he can't get the mines in time. This time it's Tracer going for the contest, just hopping from one end to the other. 60% and counting. Oh, the free call there, a little too late there from practice. Could have been a interesting contest play, but this time gonna go back into the backline, and Redux taking advantage of the distraction gets the headshot there onto the Widowmaker. Deadeye now is available, and there you go. Baninja gets caught out thanks to the knock from FFD. The mines are placed in the backline, and Callum gets blown up immediately. So the blue squad getting a solid recapture in that fight. 67% right now for the blue team, and can they actually keep this up? The DC side was really trying to go for a snipe, but I'll say the Widowmaker has been a little subpar in terms of the lineup. Could go for maybe a Sombra instead to try and get the hacks onto both the Tracer and the Wrecking Ball. In the meantime, red team gonna go for the push. Zen with the Brigitte pops the rally. Good pile driver though from the Wrecking Ball. There's a gravity surge onto the backline. Redux gets caught on in. Oh no, the Wrecking Ball is stuck between the pond and the archway. Practice falling into the abyss. A lot of players right now just falling down. Fire Falcon knocking one down with the hammer. It's gonna be FFD falling as well. So the blue team win it out.
Into the iris.
We are at Rufus. Rufus in Techno Hub still.
Score 1.
But yeah, that was a clown fiesta at the end. But the blue squad is still having superior position, able to make it work. What's that? But now we're moving on to control center. We have a Wrecking Ball here for FFD once again. So the blue team honestly made it work with their initial lineup. The real question is, can they have the same success here in Control Center? Because there are a lot less environmentals and a lot less hiding spaces for a Tracer to try and zip past bridges. FFD though gonna go for the roll in all the way to the back line already. And the sniper of Cyberbully getting caught up. Here comes the Wrecking Ball going for the push on in. Just look at how much pressure FFD is applying onto the Widowmaker this time. Here comes the hamster, and there you go. There's the takedown. Just after all that pressure, there you get the kill. Practice with the final blow. The blue team now going on to the point. We do see the hammer swings come out from Fire Falcon. FFD now with a pick up onto 2. The Wrecking Ball going for the bowl on in. Zen trying to get away. The Lucius trying to stay alive in this fight is able to do so. So for now, the red squad can try to concave onto this. Cyberbully though, able to get a pick off onto 1. The red team getting onto the point. Come on guy, punta na kayo malingap instead. The red squad though, outside onto the right hand side. Igog staying on the point to go with, keep the contest alive. Emon though with a pick off onto Smile already. And there's the pin. Redux gets swept along for the right. Sleep Dart doesn't connect. Igog caught out between the Zarya and the corner. Will get taken down. FMD though with the rotation play just revolving around the control center this time. And Fire Falcon charging 2 is dead. A Sound Barrier now from Zen at the end of the fight. And also Zen could work on the Sound Barriers a little better. Doesn't need to use the Sound Barriers in fights, they've won already. But the Nano Boost now into play. Because that's the problem with the Sound Barrier. It lasts for such a short time, it decays so rapidly. It doesn't really protect you at the end. Shatter though connecting on to the blue side thanks to the efforts there from Callum. He survives with 4 HP and a dream. Finally he gets taken down, and still the contest here from the Wrecking Ball staying on to the point. No one has gotten this Wrecking Ball, who's just rotating around in revolutionary motion. Now Dream Casper onto the point. Practice might need to go for the contest. FFD getting the health back there, and once again here we go in a clockwise motion. Time passes. This is like a time-lapse video here. Pile Driver now connecting. Gravitos to try and catch the Wrecking Ball. It's just not enough. And even a Transcendence here from the blue team. Redux now up on top, just getting a skylight view. Gets a Deadeye onto 1. The Reinhardt in dire straits and 87% right now. The Wrecking Ball with all the objective time in the world. The mines are available, but Ninja gets torn apart. Emin dies as well, and here comes the bowl on in. The mines are available. Pops it in the doorway. Pindo connecting onto the hamster. That's it.
Victory.
That was an interesting game, to say the least. That was
Play of the game.
that was something. That was something. Fire Falcon playing, getting the play of the game. I like this play because he got the pin as well as the boot. So kudos to them for making it count.
Triple.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that last? Oh yeah. Anyway, the blue team gonna be running a interesting composition. Gonna go for the Doomfist as well as the Tracer. So we will see some fast and furious action here from the blue squad. On the other hand, we have the red team with the dive and with the Doomfist. So the dive composition gonna cause some chaos. On the other hand, Cyberbully, hits the shingles. Not the best way to start things off, but anyway, the Widowmaker is still brushing that off. Gonna get the sidelines this time and trying to go for a shot or 2. In the meantime though, the dive comp working out in their favor, so the red squad already taking control of this fight. Good coordination from both Dream Caspa and Emlyn. Cyberbully also with 2 kills in the backline. That's gonna be the red team with the initial capture of this fight. No. Kudos to them, coordinating their dive comp well. Not really the best thing you can do. I mean, not really the easiest thing rather you can do in a scrim with just randoms. But looks like Dream Caspa and Emon having this natural chemistry. Callum though gonna force to be backing off. And here comes Emon up on top, just shocking the oncoming blue squad. Fire Falcon now out in front. Callum getting away. There's the snipe right now. Cyberbully looking for a pick or 2. And there's a jump on in, so the 2 dive bomb tanks out in front once again. We have the Doomfist now discorded on up. Smile trying to go down. Cyberbully with a pickup onto 1. The blue squad up on top once again. Callum soaring into the sky, gets the punch. Meteor Strike is available. It's gonna be a nano boost now. Emon getting at the end, honestly. So that nano boost probably saved his life, but honestly at the cost of using an ultimate just to heal up the Winston in that fight. So for now, the red squad has 50% in their progress onto the point. They do have a multitude of ultimates as well, 3, and a 4th one coming out with Ninja having Transcendence in a few. On the other hand, there's the push that doesn't really get much Sleep Dart connecting, and here's a Meteor Strike from Callum, wanting to land up on top. So the point of this is not to use a Meteor Strike for damage, but instead the Size Exam will be charged up. FFD this time, Meteor Strike onto the point, gets 2 kills so far, and the blue squad all the way in the backline gets the point with the capture. FFD punches the Winston on the point, and that's gonna be a takedown onto the Gorilla. What did the Winston do to ever deserve that? The team right now taking control of it. Good counterplay there from FFD, Farfalcon, and Redux. Farfalcon went for the charge, and because he went through to the right hand side, knowing no one was on the point, and Redux and FFD easily getting those kills. So the Tracer and the Doomfist right now roaming around the map. What they're doing is getting the stagger picks if they can, although especially here. Look at this, but Ninja gets caught out onto the left hand side. The Zenyatta almost dies in that fight. Not really the best spot there for Baninja, especially in the face of both a Doomfist and a Tracer. The red squad though getting onto the point. We have another boost now onto the blue Doomfist. He's gonna be glowing and gets the kill onto Emon. Sadly, the Transcendence a little too late from Baninja. Couldn't save him anyway. Thanks to the burst, Self-Destruct comes on out. Cyberbully with a pick off onto the 1, but no kills going the way of the blue team. Besides that kill there from the Widowmaker. 52% right now here for the blue team, and they have been taking control of this with their faster lineup. Eventually, after the dive fell, it was the blue squad now having a successful foothold onto the point. The Reinhardt and the Zarya just working together to make a wall and just protect the point from the oncoming red team. But now the red team soaring to the side with Callum starting things off. Sleep Dart does connect. M1 up in front. Primal Rage has moved up. Some punches and kick is going the way of the blue squad, but they have already gotten 2 kills. Firefalcon though gets micro missiles in his face, gets taken down. Redux all the way in the backline, gets rid of Baninja. And Baninja still on the Zenyatta will struggle to try and deal with both the Tracer and the Doofus. Might want to switch it out in this fight. Cyberbully going for a pick or 2, but gets picked off instead by the oncoming pressure from both the Doofus and the Tracer. Callum really low, gets a nano boost, and Callum was actually expecting to die in that fight, but the nano boost there from Zen just turning things around. There's the punch onto Redux as well as Igog, and the red squad turning things around with that clutch play there from the side of Zen. Even Callum wasn't expecting that to come on out. So for now, the Doofus just enjoying that second breath of life. The red team now gonna go for the push on in. Smile gets taken out. Vigilance onto the point. The blue team has gotten to the 99th percentile, but they still lose the point. So the blue squad still needs to get the Graviton and the Shatter onto play. Oh, ongoing pa Scrim's nice. Yeah, sali ka Mimi. Feel free to do so if you want to join. And now the ultimate's ready here for the blue team. Vigilance switching over to the Brigitte. Their chatter is available. We have a jump on M1 and onto the other side. I have a new account though for Scrim, so you might want to add it up. It's down below. There you go. Daks 1656. In the meantime, M1 just staying up on top. We have the pin right now, but Firefalcon gets an anti-heal instead. Shatter comes on out to the left-hand side. Will a punch connect? Gonna be 2 kills so far for both teams, and Meteor Strike this time from Callum. Gonna land onto Smile, turning his Smile upside down, and Firefalcon now through the floor. Self-destruct this time from the red squad. FFD has to get away. Redux though gets caught into the blast. The red team wins out Shrine 102.99. Next week ulit, sali ako. Sige, sige. Add mo na yung account if you want, para madali for you.
0 to 1.
There. Successful plays there from the red team. Both teams were pretty even, and they were running different compositions. So one was running the dive, one was running the death ball, and eventually the red squad able to get the offensive back and just isolate the blue team. They weren't really expecting it in the first place, so basically what happened was, so it was Callum, right? He knew they were dead already, all his teammates were dead, so he wanted to not get staggered and stood still. But out of nowhere, Zen popping the nano boost, and even Callum was surprised, able to get 3 kills in his name. They now have switched over to the Lucia Ana Brigitte. Very, very strong here on Village, honestly. Sleep Dart now connecting onto Firefalcon, who moves a little to the left. It's It's like the Sleep Dart had this magnetic attraction there to the Reinhardt. The red team now out in front, but it's gonna be the blue team already winning it out with the Reinhardt Brigitte combination. Just any melee carnage battles between the two teams will go the way of the blue team because they have the bigger hammer as well as the small flail compared to the opposite team who was what? A fist and a flail. So the blue squad right now onto the point trying to get the capture. Redux just running around once again with the McCree. The blue squad already getting the initial pick and the element of the map in their favor. In the meantime, Vigilance and Dream Caspa just running around trying to get the opposite tracer. For now, Cyberbully trying to get away for the time being. Ban account, please. Report mo, tingnan natin kung ban. But the red squad right now is staying on to the middle round. It's a Smurf account anyway. 20% right now here for the blue team. Callum up into the air, gets a kill on the Swile. There's the fallback now from the side of Igog to try and keep the blue team's foothold onto the point. But 3 kills going the way already of the red team. Here comes the nano boost once again onto Callum. There's the rally as well, but perfect cancel play there from Callum. Gets the punch before the shatter connecting from Fire Falcon. So now 39% here for the blue team. The red squad able to bring it back. Oh! Smile getting the sleep dart in midair. Blue squad right now on the back foot, however, as Igog was ready to commit suicide. Smile dies as well. Vigilance gets whip-shotted to the abyss down the mountain of Nepal. This could be the red team pushing on in with the Brigitte. Dream Casper hoping for a pick-up or two. Charge now connects and perfect stun play there from Dream Casper. Getting the stun node out onto the challenging Reinhardt, not allowing Fire Falcon to stay alive, giving a lot of ult charge as well here for the red team. For now, though, self-destruct is available and Emon waiting on for an opportunity to launch it out. Post bomb there, and I don't even know why Emon popped the defense matrix before it blew up, but you know, it was a bit. He tried. That was a he tried play. In the meantime, the blue team ready with 4 ultimates. They can go for a flank play with Redux holding the Deadeye strong, but Callum already causing chaos with a pickup onto the Ana. Igog able to turn things around. The 1v1 trade so far. Fire Falcon out in front. We have a sleeping Diva, and this is gonna be very even for both teams. But the red team might have a little struggle to try and defend this, as Emon already really low. Redux though needing the healing will need the repair factor from Vigilance. In the meantime, FFD causing a little chaos there, but just gets torn apart by both Cyberbully and Callum. The pulse bomb is available. The red squad gonna go for a push. Self-destruct this time from the squad part of the blue team. Callum landing onto the ground. A transcendence from the side of Vanilla, and a land boost onto the Brigitte. Can Vigilance keep this up? No, Callum with 2 kills and a counter rally from the side of the red team. Will just dash the dreams there of the Brigitte of blue.
I hear you.
So the blue squad right now already still has the Deadeye, might have the pulse bomb as well, but FFD already really low. Finally gets killed by the Halo bullets from Cyberbully. A self-destruct to the sky will lead to a kill. No, it won't. Fire Falcon though might go for a charge. No, he won't make it! And that's the red team taking Nepal 2-0. Good effort there. But the red team, honestly, the blue team should have switched over to something like a goat comp instead. Because it's Nepal Village. That map has been the granddaddy of tank play since the beginning of Overwatch.
Meteor strike.
Yeah, let's see 6.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Vigilance Dome damage boosting up the Soldier 76 will allow him to get a quick amount of ult charge if the Helix Rockets connect. Practice Go gonna go for the roll on and gets up on top, has the back on. Now in the meantime, Callum in the center, he lands on the platform and will fall. So 1-1 trade so far. Smile and Callum turning each other inside out. Cyberbully going for the sidelines into the middle, needs to get a pick off, wants to get a kill onto that Mercy, just get rid of the lone hero here from the side of the blue team, but Redux with a pick off now onto the Widow, all the way in the back line. In the meantime, Fire Falcon and Vigilance staying onto the point, FFD using some ninja shenanigans to get up on top. Good super jump there from Vigilance to actually get up to the second floor, but that's gonna be a kill now, all going the way of the red team as Callum rampaging with his fist. Redux is running around once again, and honestly, a little underwhelming here with the Soldier 76. If you still want to run the Soldier, you need to have those traps on point. is honestly a big reason why Soldier has been less of a pick nowadays, is because the auto rifle nature will allow you to shoot more, yes, but at the same time you do a little less damage per second. Damage per round is highly lower compared to a McCree or a Wither or a Hanzo. The difference between Soldier and Tracer though is that Tracer can be very pesky in the backline. In the meantime, you probably use the Soldier for the middle line shenanigans. We have the blue squad now pushing on in practice all the way onto the right hand side. There you go, the Mines Connect onto the Spire. Fire Falcon trying to get away. A Dragon Blade this time from the side of FDT to try to turn things around. But this is the blue team already losing control of this push. And here's the red team now getting the capture. First stick has been taken. A sound barrier at the end for Baninja, but honestly not at the best time. Now 2 ticks has been taken. Vigilance gonna get onto the point alongside Igog. Anti-heal connecting onto both the Lucio and the Doomfist. So this is gonna be the blue team now getting the foothold they need back onto the point. Good clutch play there from Zen, from Smile rather, to get the anti-heal onto 2. And it's gonna be the blue squad right now pushing on in. 5:48 remaining here for the red team. Can they actually keep this up? For now though, the red team ready with the pick off onto Cyber Bully, and they're gonna go for the push onto the right hand side. 2 ultimates ready though, the Graviton and the Nano Boost are into play. The DC practice going for the bull and will be able to get the kill onto Fire Falcon. Redux now trying to get a Fist of Fury, but Callum already absolutely raging. Gets the Nano Boost onto him thanks to Zen, bullying the Mercy and the Ana. Can the red team actually make this work as 3 kills already going their way? Vigilance still getting the res on now. The Gravity Surge into the middle completely whipped there by Fire Falcon, honestly just for display in that fight. Pile Driver connecting into the middle line. Practice going for a shot or 2. A second tick now, and the third tick rather is going to be taken here, but FFT with the contest. We do see Mines onto the point, and he's gonna blow himself up. Not the best way to go. Smile has to get onto the point this time. The Ana just being bounced around. And what was that Swift Strike at the end? Very questionable there.
Score
Ultra questionable, honestly,
2-2.
from the side of the Genji. But now we do switch some sides, and we'll see if the blue team can actually get 2 ticks as well. So yeah, so what happened there between the red team and the blue team? They got the first 2 ticks already in their initial push. The blue squad able to turn things around with an anti-heal, but by that second engagement, the Mines already being into place, and the picks going the way of the red team thanks to the nano boosted Doomfist getting the punches and the kicks. So for now, the red team able to go for a 450 in their time bank. We'll see how long Horizon will go in this fight. On the other hand, the red squad gonna run something a little more standard. We have the Orisa and the Junkrat. Pretty standard thing to run on HLC, because HLC a very popular map for goats, and Orisa Junkrat very strong against that. On the other hand, we will see a Doomfist and the Widowmaker as well. So triple DPS composition here for the red team. Very strong against the tank line. Cyber Bully though on the Widowmaker, not the best against a goat's composition, but instead it's a little more of a deterrent to try and deal with a Fire Mercy instead.
In 30 seconds.
What the red team though will lack is point presence, with the fact that they have a Doomfist, they have a Zen, they have a Nana, and they have a Widowmaker in their lineup. Not really heroes. You'll see onto the point too much. The Orisa and Junkrat will be on duty to try and keep the point away from the blue squad. In the meantime though, we have a Wrecking Ball once again here from FFT. Fire Falcon on the Reinhardt as well. The real question is, can they keep this up, and can they go for the push on in? The blue team gonna go on to the left hand side in the meantime.
Be careful out there.
Why is there a hero? What is this? Oh, there are tags now. But in the meantime, the blue squad already moving on. And the big question is, can they keep this up? Cyber Bully though with a pick up onto 1. Make that 2. Make that 3! Cyber Bully with 3 kills so far. So good for the Widowmaker in this fight. So impressive display to start things off, and maybe the blue team will change a few things in this fight, as we see the red team now pushing on in very aggressive play this time from the red squad. Interesting tag though, as we see the red team now going on to the top part. Some grenades just being tossed out. Here comes the fire strike this time. Fire Falcon looking for an opportunity to strike. In the meantime, the red team up on top, and they actually make this count. Risa and the Junkrat just working together to get a pick or two. There you go, iDog loses his head. And the Infrasight now is available. 3 kills now going the way of the red team. Here comes the Wrecking Ball up on top, just bouncing the red team. But it's not enough. Smile has switched over to the Tracer and is able to get a pick off onto the Zenyatta. But that's a kill that will not actually lead to anything till the next engagement. Zenyatta will take a while to get on back, but the blue squad needs to be in full force to capitalize on this. In the meantime, that Infrasight there from Cyberbully, allowing him to play a little more aggressively, but Tracer though just being very, very pesky. With healing though from Redux to keep him alive, we have the blue squad now moving on in. Sleep Dart doesn't connect. Good headshot there from Cyberbully to just get rid of the slower moving Ana. F50 this time just hopping around, but the blue squad still hasn't been able to get the capture onto the point. So we see a contest now onto the point from both squads, and it's gonna be 2 kills going the way of the red team. As I was saying, it's gonna be the Orisa and the Junkrat in charge of getting the kills. M1 just watching over Fire Falcon, just putting down with the fusion cannon. There you go, just look at them, hear all those things. F50 this time gonna roll on in, but still gets taken out by the Orisa. And M1, honestly, this Orisa having the shots they need for the red squad to get these kills. We now have a feature sight there from Callum. We do have a Brigida though into play, and iGog is gonna get the shield bash onto the Doomfist. The blue squad gonna go for the push. Fire Falcon into the air, gets Nano boosted up. He's gonna go for the push on in onto the Ana, and then sends a little later from Baninja, just not enough to keep Zen alive. Mines are into play, and honestly, Baninja could have just mind cleared with her body. Practice though, getting the Riptire, will get rid of Smile. Fire Falcon rampaging into the backline, just wanting a little plant to eat. And we have a rally this time from iGog, so the blue team already gained the first tick in this fight. The Winston and the Doomfist still dueling. Practice now getting taken out. Will Callum just go for the retreat, or will he be chased after by Smile? So the Doomfist waiting for an opportunity to strike. Smile launched into the air. The Doomfist though really low, gets healed up at the last moment by both the Ana and the Zen. With 5 minutes remaining here for the blue squad, so they are going to be at small time of disadvantage already, but they might be able to go for the momentum play. Pile Driver coming out from practice, trying to turn things around. Redux out in front, fire grenade on point however. 3 kills going the way of the defense. And that's going to be a hold already here for the red team. Just the flurry of kills there from the red squad, honestly. Really, really good teamwork there at the end. For now, the red team able to hold this Cyberbully with the stagger as well onto Smile, F50, and Vigilance. Vigilance actually pocketing up the Wrecking Ball. Not the best place for a Mercy to be with. Gets a meter strike in response. This is going to be the red squad playing extremely aggressively, going for the push on in. In the meantime, the blue team ready with 2 ultimates and nano boosts is available. Fire Falcon gonna jump into the fray, but it's gonna be a nano boost now onto the side of Practice. They're gonna go for the pull. Pile Driver connecting onto the opposite Wrecking Ball, and both hamsters is going for a quick little duel. Cyberbully though now with a pick off onto 2. M1 all the way to the right hand side, and this is gonna be a cascade here for the red team. They're gonna take advantage of the doorway. Cyberbully though playing way too aggressively, needs to be jumped on by the Winston and the hamster. So the Widowmaker now gonna back on out. Practice once again moving someone up on top. That's gonna be that Fire Falcon who's kind of boosted, but this is an opportunity here for the blue team to go on in. So 3 kills now going the way of the blue team. Make that 4. Can they actually get the capture in this fight? Practice really low, and he's gonna be into the air. Can they actually make it? The Doom is now into the air, and can Callum get the contest at the last moment? We have a Transcendence this time from the side of Ninja. Callum will kill onto 1 in the backline. Mines are popped, and it's gonna be the blue squad now taking control of this, but can they actually get the capture? They have a Wrecking Ball going for a roll around. Look at Practice just all the way to FD rather onto the other side. 2 kills now going the way of the red team. Vigilance is flying around. Earth Shatter connecting this time. The red squad onto the point once again, and we have a nano boost onto the hamster of red. So this is gonna be another successful defense there by the blue team, I mean the red team rather, but they have given up 2 ticks in that fight. Oh yeah, I was gonna answer Yaku, but he was already left, so it is what it is. The red team though holding steadfast into the middle ground. We do have the pulse bomb available here for Smile, but Cyberbully easily ends it with the bullets to the brain. Meantime, now here comes the red team onto the point. Firefalcon putting a barrier. There's the charge to connect. IGOG this time with a takedown onto 1. 3 kills going the way of the red squad. Firefalcon onto the point. And another unsuccessful push here from the blue squad. Can they actually make this work in the first place? Because their lineup has been struggling to establish a proper foothold onto the point. We have a pulse bomb right now. Spile wanting to maybe get a pick or two. In the meantime, they're just waiting for an opportunity to strike as the pulse bomb now is available. Payload now being, the point rather being captured, and FFD with a takedown onto 1. Can they actually keep this up? Callum with the uppercut there onto IGOG. Mines being placed onto the floor. Pulse bomb doesn't really get much. All these ultimates honestly being wasted by both squads. No kills going their way. Gonna be a nano boosted Reinhardt now rampaging, and Evan holding that hammer strong. There you go, 3 kills going the way of the red team. And FFD gets taken down by Practice. Probably last month. No substance. But yeah, anyway, the red squad ready, holding steadfast. It's gonna be a minute remaining here for the blue team. Two ultimates ready for them. There's a hole. What hole? What hole are you talking about, Maninja? What hole? There's a hole onto the right hand side maybe. But yeah, Transcendence is available and Firefalcon has been nano boosted up. Gonna jump onto the front. Primal Rage is available. Gonna be some swings going away, however, off the Wrecking Ball. And he's gonna be onto the point. Can they actually keep this up? Redux now with the pickoff onto 1 onto the right hand side. Firefalcon is causing some chaos. Cyberbully with the pickoff as well onto IGOG. And it's gonna be a Transcendence this time from Baninja to keep the fight alive onto this point. Can the blue team actually get this? No, Redux gets sniped up by Baninja. Vigilance is able to get the rest, and Firefalcon turn things around onto the Zenyatta, and the tick almost taken there, 98%. Zendo staying on, the Practice gonna dash on by, and here's the Wrecking Ball now just rolling around. Cyberbully just crouching, and 10 seconds remaining. IGO gonna pop these, Tactical Visor, but it's a little too late here. Easily gets smashed there by the Soldier 76. That's gonna be the game.
Victory.
GG guys, GG. Thank you guys. And we are done for the day.
Play of the game.
Cyberbull there, getting play of the game, and this was probably the start of the map. Good shots there from the Widowmaker. There you go. Gets a snipe onto IGOG, gets a snipe onto Firefalcon, and Smile as well. Late Mr. Pantry. Thank you. Weekend by the way.